What up, what up, what up? It's your boy BlackGhost, the host, and welcome to a special edition of Uplift Radio, where we have partnered with our guy from Live Oak. He's been gracious enough to kind of lend us his platform. So I've been essentially, I feel like it's my duty, especially here on this show, to make sure that he gets shine, that he gets his due, to make sure that you know who he is, and to make sure that the world can embrace him as the man that y'all gonna soon to know and be. You know what I mean?
Right.
So without further ado, I would like to welcome Mr. Abdul Wale Sharif.
What's happening?
To Uplift Radio. Everybody clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. Yo.
No doubt, man.
Abdul, I want to thank you for being on the show. I want to thank you for extending your platform to Uplift Radio as well. And hey, man, I know that one of the things that South Carolina, but the hip hop game in general is missing is that connection, that partnership, that connectivity. So, hey man, I'm here to bridge the gap. I want to make sure that everybody is aware that we're all in this together.
Right.
You know, we're all in this together, and the only way we're gonna get up is to push each other up. So that's what I'm here for. That's what Sharif was here for. Speaking of, you got like 3 different names.
Yeah,
who would you like to go by?
Nah, any of them good.
Any of them good?
You know, my mama called me all 3. So
all 3? All right, I feel it.
You know,
I feel it.
Wally, you know, OG, you know what I'm saying? He's
OG Wally?
OG's fine.
All right, bet. We'll definitely go with OG. Because
OG.
Yeah, and the name is definitely deserved. Please believe, because this man has been up, down, left, right, all over the place in this music game. And shoot, that's exactly why we're here today, to make sure that everything that he's doing is definitely getting shine on. You know what I mean?
Man, I appreciate that.
Oh, definitely.
And this is my first interview, so I want to thank you.
The first interview? Oh, word.
Like on the outside, like usually it's just an internal thing.
Okay, all right.
We have a couple other podcasters, and they have interviewed me, but I have never. Like, I've been on Ruby's show and I've been on P Rose show, but I've never been interviewed by anybody on the outside. I've never been asked.
Word.
Yeah.
Well, shoot, I'm definitely glad
but Daniel's family. Daniel Chestnut. I've been on his show, but you know what I mean. I started out with Daniel Chestnut, so you know what I mean. It doesn't feel like that's still family, so I don't.
Yeah. Keep
this will be the first interview that somebody asked me to do that wasn't like. In my circle,
exactly.
Yeah, so that's cool.
Well, shoot, man, I definitely am glad to be the first one to present the world to who you are, because Uplift Radio is going to be your personal liaison in finding fresh talent. And hey, man, this man, not only is he fresh and seasoned at the same time, look, he's got a bunch of projects coming out. He's got a bunch of artists he's working with. So we definitely going to get to know him. But first and foremost, let me and the people know kind of how this whole Live Oak thing started, because as everybody knows, it's something about that tree.
There's something about that tree. Definitely something about that tree. For me to explain that, I just have to quickly take you back. I was born in Columbia, South Carolina, 555 Monticello Road. Lived up the street from Mr. Brown's. Went to elementary school. My mom's Muslim. I went to elementary school, primary school, not elementary school, but primary school at Sister Claire Muhammad School on Monticello. We moved around. I lived on Beltline and all that kind of stuff. But then my mom married a guy that's from Conway, South Carolina. So I wound up moving to Conway when I was 7. And you know what I mean? We lived in Section 8. We were poor. All the way to my mom was a teacher's assistant, and all the way up to I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. She sent me to my aunt for the summer in Nashville, Tennessee. I came back. She bought a house, little small house, and it's on 9th Avenue.
Yeah, they come up
corner 9th Avenue. Front of the house sits here. Back of the house sits on Live Oak Street.
Ooh, okay.
Nobody ever walks in and out of the front door. So we had the back door, you walk out, there's a big oak tree right there. And the more that oak tree was, the meeting spot. We've seen people run into it, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? We done seen it grow, we done seen it survive hurricanes, and you know what I mean? To when it got time to name a company or whatever, you know what I mean? I thought about it. I know Live Oak is common. There's been some other crews that's had it because Live Oak is a anytime you got an oak tree, it's gonna be a live oak street somewhere in America. And we trying to work with the other people that got it. You know what I mean? They not bothering us right now. We may have to change the name at some point, but for right now, it's Live Oak. You know, Live Oak symbolizes the oak tree where I grew up at. You know what I'm saying? Conway, South Carolina. I'm from Columbia, but I grew up in Conway, South Carolina until I was 15, 16 years old, and then I moved to Georgia, and you know what I mean, graduated and came back to Columbia, came back to the beach for a little while, but then eventually wound up here at 22, and I'm 48. So I've been in this community. Back in this community for 26 years. So, and we're on Park Lane Road. My grandma lived behind the library right there all the way up till she passed away. Next week will be 3 years. So, you know what I'm saying? This area, you know what I mean? I'm from here.
This whole strippers family.
Yeah,
this
family,
whole strippers
you know
family.
What I'm saying? Winsboro, Great Falls, you know what I'm saying? Just family, Fair Road, just family all through there. So, you know what I mean? That's where the Live Oak come from. And it, you know, anytime, you know, it means a lot to me because the oak tree is strong.
Oh, yeah.
It don't die. You know what I mean? Even after I'm gone, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully somebody in this crew, I like a big crew. You know what I mean? I know you get more done with less a lot of times in a lot of businesses, but I think with this music thing, I think it's more about more maybe, you know, we can pick up. You know what I'm saying? Where, you know, somebody can pick it up and keep going even after I'm dead and gone. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I was just dropping music by myself. You know, I wanted my own company. I didn't want to drop with anybody else or sign with anybody because I've been hurt in this game just like everybody else.
Okay.
I done been through the trials and tribulations. I done been signed. I done had managers, you know what I mean? So I done been through up and downs, done quit. You know what I'm saying? Start back, quit. You know what I mean? So I didn't want to sign to anybody or have a manager. So I went 3 years. We opened up a studio in the back of that building over there first, and then came over here probably almost 2 years ago. February it'll be 2 years we've been over here. Just dropping my projects, Benji projects, RJ projects, just our little crew. Bosa, we had Jehovah SC drop the project in here, and wound up going third on the iTunes or whatever.
Hey, that's a big move.
Yeah. We got a plaque back there. That's the plaque back there.
That's what it is.
So yeah, he did that at this studio. You know what I mean? It was mixed and mastered here. So you know what I mean? So we done had the PG Raws through here, the Trap Dicky. I think Trap been here one time. You know what I'm saying? Just to name a few. We done had, you know. So I got to meet a lot of people, and then came January, I was just like, I need a manager or whatever. Because I really wanted to take my music to another level, and you know what I'm saying? And so I searched for a manager and everything, and the manager that I wanted said that they were like too old, and that I should holler at Tip Smalls. When I met her here in January at New Year's party. I had a New Year's party here. I knew of her but never met her. So, you know what I mean, when I met her, you know what I mean, we you know, she wasn't interested. We did something. She rented out the building in February. We had a successful event with her and Bella the bartender. And you know, she saw who I was. I invited her to another event. She still wasn't ready to manage. I invited her to another event on March 1st. Where we threw the largest independent artist music festival in South Carolina history, and it's been counted, and everybody knows this. We had over 80 artists there. You know what I mean?
Word.
Yeah, everybody. It was hell. We started at 3:00, didn't finish to 2:00. But I believe everybody, that was maybe one or two people that, and it was totally their fault. But maybe one or two people didn't get to perform. It was a little unorganized, but. I mean, you have 80 artists and
I was about to say that's still a good amount of people on stage in 11 hours. Exactly.
Yeah, so man, it helped me meet a whole lot of artists, and a whole lot of people saw that. My company, Out for the Low Bell Bonding, gave away $4,000. You know what I'm saying? We teamed up with some people from Charleston. We teamed up with some people from Florence. Actually, I joined there where they already had planned.
Right.
They just wanted to do it here.
Gotcha.
And I was like, wait a minute, why we worrying about 60 people? I got a connection up there at my house. Shout out to Larry. I got a connection in Hollow Art. I got a connection with them boys. We could turn 60 to 400, you know what I'm saying?
Easy.
And it worked out like that too. Like they had 285 tickets. So that's how many people bought something. Imagine the people that didn't buy something. And the people that when we left out there, it couldn't move. And you got to think about it. Some people performed at 3, 4, 5, 6 o'clock and they left.
Right.
And so for just to be the whole day just packed in there thick.
Exactly.
And artists, man, it was a good movement, and I think I impressed her with that. And she decided to be my manager. And so since March 1st, even though I've known her before then, but she was just turning me down. Like, nah, I didn't want to get back in this a dirty game. But I think after March 1st, so they just tell you 6 months is where we really been Live Oak. I mean, Live Oak's been around 4 years, but we really been Live Oak for only 6 months managing artists and stuff.
Yeah.
That's her dream to manage people. I just said, well, we'll use Live Oak as like a booking thing.
Right.
Like instead of, having to pay artists to not pay artists, but you know what I'm saying, wait on artists for us to build something, wait on artists to
get their catalog up and to get their
content you know what I mean? Yeah. But what you're dealing with is you just wind up, in the independent world, you just wind up, you playing Surplus. The independent.
Shouts out to Surplus, by the way.
Independent DJ, You know what I'm saying? You playing him, and you know what I mean. You really just performing in front of your peers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Which is really good. You know what I'm saying? But that's gonna get you to maybe the first and second level. But to get to where you want to be as an artist, you have to perform and open up for other artists. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So my thinking was, you know what I mean, we came in with a $25,000 to invest. You know what I'm saying? Even though, you know what I mean, we wound up going over that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but
that's a music game though.
Yeah,
I ain't gonna lie.
We mapped out about $25,000 to invest and just say, hey, maybe we'll make it back. If we lose it all, this is what we had to invest. And so we just was able to, we took a lot of losses, but we didn't lose it all. You know what I'm saying? So we was able to, you know what I mean, put the artists that was around us in front of superstars. Like, we've been in front of Kaya, we've been in front of all the Southern Soul stars, from the 803 Freshes to the, to the all the way down to Miss Jody to the Money Trains and stuff. We performed in front of them. You met them, performed in front of them, got their managers' information and stuff. And that's how you speed that thing up instead of then, taking 2-3 years to open up for somebody and stuff like that. You try to come up with enough money. Fortunately for us, we was able to have the money to go ahead and do it. For a lot of people, they don't have the income, so it's hard to do it. But we was able, we were just able to be able to perform in front of superstars, and you know what I mean. And a lot of them, some of them, gave us the cold shoulder, but a lot of them fuck with us. A lot of them mess with us. So you know what I'm saying. So it's a cool movement. And that's pretty much how Live Oak got started. You know what I'm saying? That's just the plan. But you know what I mean? Live Oak Entertainment was already doing podcasts.
Right.
We already had 2 podcasts. Hip Hop Harry Jenkins, who's also D. Ruby Lynn's manager and stuff.
Shout out to DJ Project.
Yeah, man. He already was doing this show, P-Rose show. He does another show with me and my homegirl. And he was doing Ruby, and then they probably gonna come back with that show at some point. But they was doing Ruby. He was doing 4 podcasts in this building.
Whew.
Yeah, 4 podcasts in this building. So we was already doing media stuff. We had already interviewed Jada Kids, Pastor Troy. You know what I'm saying? Rory Boy Spin, who's on tour with NBA YoungBoy right now.
I just saw that.
Yeah, we already had been talking to Bernard Hardison. We had a lot of people. The guy that Sheriff Lott, the guy that ran against Sheriff Lott. Like, we had already talked to a lot of people, so it was natural but we just needed to, you know what I'm saying, we just wanted to expand to the music on Tip Dream, like support her on her dream. And she had a couple artists she scooped up, Mage the Prince and Kwame. And I had known both of them from the open mics, Surpluses and Hollow. Right. So I had already knew them, you know what I mean? So it was just natural. And then we was friends with Carolina Royalty. Was it Carolina Steppers? We was friends with Carolina Steppers. Two of the members left Carolina Steppers, but they were already hanging out around here. That's probably where some of that narrative come. Oh, they steal people and stuff.
Okay.
Because when we did the pod, we used to do a podcast. We always do every Wednesday, but we used to do it every Friday.
Right.
So this place used to be like a party every Friday.
Okay. So
everybody would just come. They knew we was doing the podcast, so everybody would just come in here. They knew we was gonna have food. They knew we was gonna have alcohol. They knew we was gonna have music.
The new Live Oak meetup spot.
Yeah, so
that's Live Oak, baby.
So it just happened like that. Like everybody was just chilling. Like the K-Dogs was coming through. The Auto Reds was coming through. You know what I'm saying? So. Man, it was already Live Oak was already a thing. It was just media,
right?
You know what I'm saying? This was the place that all the artists came. They had a project coming on or they had a show. They'd come here and we'd edit it real quick and put it out there and let them go live and everything like that. So we've been doing that 2 years, and we was with Daniel for a little while, which we just wanted to move in a different kind of direction, more where he's more sports and and hype and all that kind of stuff, and drinking club type thing. Where we drink, but we were more like wanting to get serious about like certain topics. And
I got you
because I'm just older. You know what I'm saying? So
life matters now.
Yeah.
Life matters now.
Little bit different, but he taught us a lot. So it was just like it just happened like that. It's like we put in dues. We started here. We paid our dues. Started here. We was able to have a little bit of money to perform in front of people, to bring the artists to us. Thanks to My House, thanks to Mahogany's, thanks to Envy, thanks to Bistro, Stream, just places that let us bring artists there and stuff like that. They didn't hurt us on the door like that. You know what I mean? And I already had like a social media thing going on where I was already pretty popular on social media. So I was just like, I just only want to post once or twice a day. But then I just was like, man, forget that. You know what I mean? I just, shower the internet with everything that we got.
You got to. Listen, I put it like this. I came across a post one day, and there was this guy, I think it was TikTok. There was this guy who said, look, at the end of the day, you got to put it in their face so much that they either block you or rock with you.
Block you or rock with you.
So,
and most people gonna rock with you because even the ones that don't want to rock with you, they want to watch.
Exactly. And they get swept up in the wave.
Yeah, it's too much for them not to watch. So even though they want to block you, they're gonna hit the view. They're gonna watch it, and you're gonna get the view for it.
Right.
And you know what I mean? It just got so big, man. It really started last year, like 2004. And came around to 2005 when we threw the New Year's party and we started throwing little parties and, started renting out the building and stuff like that. Did some showcases. We did like Ox PT showcase. We did Blue Benji showcase. We did RFN Real Fast Nation showcase. We did so what Gas Lab was doing down there.
Right.
We done that too. So
okay, word.
We didn't have any like battles or anything like that, but we had like just artists. You bring your fans. You know what I'm saying? They can see you perform. It's been some more of them too. I'm just missing it. Them wasn't the only ones. So
hey, listen. Not only does this man do a bunch of showcases for artists, but this man puts on events. I put it like this: I tell you right now, the first place I met this man, well, I'd seen him out and about because he be on the scene. You know what I mean? But the first time that I actually sat and was able to talk to this man, he was letting me know about a party he was putting together for a bartender over at Extreme. Her name is Peaches. Shouts out to Peaches, one of the best bartenders ever. So. And he put that together, and it was such a fly event that I had to see what Live Oak was about. You know what I mean? So I had to connect with my mans and see what is up with that tree. And so that's exactly what we're here today to find out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't stop talking about the tree, man.
You can't.
It's just a bunch of people that like music and enjoy each other, and you know what I mean. It just fell into place. Like we got hosts, we got bartenders. We got the DJ, we got a photographer. I mean, but it's kind of like a real team. Like if you got a starting five, but then you got five behind that can fill in when he's got a gig, and then there's five more people behind that's just like like waiting on an opportunity and stuff like that. So you know what I'm saying? It's and then we got outside. Like we get a lot of love on the outside now. It's a lot of hate. But but it's more hate than I've had in my whole life. But
listen, they say you're not doing nothing right until you got some haters.
Right,
so,
right. But
the more hate you got, the better you're doing it.
Right, but we get a lot of love. It's nothing for me to call it LJ or call her Prime. I'm not Prime, but to call her Surplus if I need a DJ. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing, you know what I mean? We've done that, you know what I mean? We like to keep everything in-house, but we understand. We done got busy.
Right.
Like we literally, like, in July, it was like, this person got to go with this person. That person got to go with that person. Who going with this person? Because everybody had a show that weekend, and it was just like, I was happy about it. Like, it was like, okay. I was like, okay, I've been in the music business since I was 15 years old, 33 years, and this is the furthest I ever got.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? To like even getting close to, it feel like victory is not long away, you know what I mean? So
it's right on the other side.
Yeah. So
it's right on the other side.
Yeah.
Hey, man, your consistency, your work ethic, just your whole power move is one to behold, to be honest with you. Because, hey, you've been making plays for a long time. And I know you got future plans for plays that are coming up that'll blow people away. I know you got an album coming out yourself. Right. So look, music is here, baby. You know what I'm saying? South Carolina definitely has the music, and we here to share it with the world. Right. So
that's what we're about over here.
Exactly.
We ain't about that drama now. Of course, we got a couple females in the crew. So you know what I mean? People they're not gonna like everybody. They're not gonna like everybody, but but I love them so much that I'm willing to deal with all of that. You know what I'm saying? And what I respect about you, man, is you know what I'm saying. Like we talk, but man, you level-headed. You know what I'm saying? Like I could tell, like where y'all going is going to be far because you know what I'm saying. You're not really dealing with you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You're not dealing with. See, a lot of times in this time, either you too street. You know what I'm saying? Or you too hood. You know what I'm saying? But the person that gonna win gonna be the ones that can be even. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Hey, we gotta get tough, but you know what I'm saying? We gonna have some arguments with the public and stuff like that, but we also gotta be smart and be able to sit at tables with people that can, because we can't keep coming out our pockets, so we gotta find a way to partner and link up with people. But you got to build something first before they'll even come talk to you. Before they even
look at you. Exactly.
And we starting to have them conversations with people, you know what I mean, where they taking us in the back room and whoop-de-whoop, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know, what do you think about this? We can give you a percentage of that. You know what I'm saying? Right. And for the most part, we haven't bid on that yet. There's been some good offers out there, but you know what I'm saying? We haven't bid on that. But you know what I mean?
You never want to go with your first one. Though.
Yeah.
We never want to go with your first one.
Plus we building content, we learning each other, you know what I'm saying? Like, we just went through the summer together.
Right.
This was like, me and Prime done been through a summer together, but you know what I'm saying? This is our first summer going through it with, you know,
the whole live
with the whole live oak that's live oak like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, man, we went through a long, I count May. We went through May. We had big event in May. We had a big event in June. My birthday bash was at the end of June, but we had shows in June.
Oh, yeah.
July, we came through July with a full schedule. And August wasn't as full as July, but, man, we did Mr. Cheeks. We had...
I heard about the Mr. Cheeks. Yo, I'm not going to lie. Now, I was actually out of town with my artist doing another gig, but... When I got, not even before I got back, everything online exploded. Mr. Cheeks was everywhere. That event was live. That whole show was lit. So, hey, man, shouts out to Live Oak for putting on such an amazing show that it was so amazing that I felt it was amazing. I wasn't even there. You know what I mean?
I think it could have, I wish it was there. But, you know, I think it could have been better, actually. You know what I'm saying? But we brought 100 people from South Carolina, but we didn't get no love from Georgia. So, you know, we thought we was gonna get. If we brought 100, they'd bring 150. You know,
right?
Excuse me. So you know what I'm saying? It was a little disappointing from the promoter side of it, but for the artists, that got to perform in front of somebody. And the biggest thing about it is if you wasn't late, everybody got paid. Except for the ones that won a contest. Okay, like it was like 2 or 3 of them that won a contest. Mm-hmm. But all the other artists that I asked to come got paid. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like a couple of them, you know, they won a contest, so the prize was to perform in front of Mr. Cheeks. Where the other people was just to fill out a show with Boy YG, Kiki the Menace, like some really, really good performers. You know what I'm saying? So, and everybody got paid. So you know what I'm saying? So it was like it was a good win. It was a good, you know, we trying to branch out to like Augusta, Atlanta, Savannah.
Oh yeah, you got to.
Definitely Myrtle Beach. We have a Roderick Mishu. We hired a guy, Myrtle Beach, that's just willing to work off commission. He gets his artists, he books some shows, you know. Right. In the 843, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's something that I like to see grow going into 2026. Me getting back. Because I lived down there for a long time. I really feel like it's home. So for me to get back, for me to get home, you know what I mean? So back to those, that's where I started doing music at. So I would love to do, you know, it's tricky down there because it's a lot of hate down there too. Yeah. And they feel like a lot of times they don't get the just due that Charleston and Columbia do. So you gonna...
I mean, I guess I can see it from the outside, but I feel like every pocket has their own little... You know what I'm saying?
Right. They had that, you know, I done music down there. They had that little stigmatism. Like, Charleston does too. You know what I'm saying? Where they just feel like, you know what I mean, they don't get the respect of the rest of the state. And you know what I'm saying? And so it's going to be a learning experience going down there trying to, you know what I mean, win them over. But, you know what I'm saying? If we got some artists that's already down there, that'd be nice. You know what I'm saying? They can like ease us in through there and help us out. You know what I'm saying? So that was my whole idea. Not doing it myself, right? And letting somebody that's down there that's on the music scene that has an ear for talent, you know what I'm saying, go ahead and do that. You know what I mean? So we gonna be popping up that way in 2026. We trying to get up there in the Low Country. We have some relationships in Charleston, and I want to, you know, a couple people out there. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to start nothing on your show.
No, I feel it. I feel it.
Hey, you know, a couple people out there, they don't want to see Charleston and Columbia connect. They say that they do, but you know what I'm saying. I've been in the streets a long time. I know a genuine person when I see one, and the actions ain't adding up. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I mean? Like. We got some love down there. We got Colors, you know what I'm saying, and we got
shout out to Colors, the network, man.
We got Bishop,
that man is everywhere. Matter of fact, we're gonna have him on the show sometime soon too.
Yeah, so man, that's a good person to have on your show.
Be on the lookout. You know what I mean?
He's a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like when they say legend, like when they call me a legend, I be like, you know, I've done a lot of work, right? But man, it's people like Colors, man, that really been putting on the same show for like 15 years. You know,
listen, man, that grind is unstoppable. That grind.
I only know one other person in South Carolina that had a platform that long, and there was some drummers out of Georgetown had a little drum thing where they was doing music in the parks and all that kind of stuff.
Okay, word.
But they've been doing that for 30 years. But Colors is the truth.
Oh yeah,
and then he's very supportive. You know what I mean? He wants to see that Charleston, Columbia, us come there. Yeah. They come there because so long it's just been so divided. You know what I mean?
That part.
Like, you know what I mean? And I know where it come from. It come from the prison. Juvies and where Columbia don't like colleges where Columbia and Charleston just don't click. Because I was in juvie, I was in college, you know what I'm saying? Right. I've been out here in the world and, you know what I mean, you tolerate each other, but, you know what I'm saying, for the most part, there's some kind of underlying, you know, thing
let me ask you
with
this,
each other.
Let me ask you this question. You might not know the answer, but I'm kind of curious now that you kind of say that. So back pretty much when we got over here in the Americas and Charleston was one of the major ports to kind of bring slaves in and whatnot. I want to say for a short amount of time, Charleston was the capital of South Carolina, was it not? They were. Exactly. So
Charleston was the capital, and then you know what I mean.
So you think there's some animosity back in the bloodlines that we the capital?
It probably is, but what I really think it is that Charleston's so cultured.
They are,
and you know they sound different, they move different. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They got their own history, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And
it's a rich history now.
Yeah.
I got family in Charleston.
And even if they don't like each other, they stick together on prison yard, college, all of them, you know, even if they, you know, this person was from one part of Charleston, this person was another part of Charleston, and they really didn't click out at home. Right. But when they got outside of home, they was like real tight. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like, then they get back home and don't like each other, but it's weird.
My enemy.
It's weird, but you know what I mean? They stuck together on the yard now. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? I think the animosity come from Columbia is that, you know, they're a little bit more cultured, they're a little bit more tight, and then they see kind of what we got going on, the division, and you know how we move, and you know what I'm saying, how we city life, you know what I mean. And they city now, but you know what I'm saying, it's a difference, you know what I mean. So like how we roll, man, you know that how we roll, you know, it's weird to other people, you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's weird to other people. So you know what I'm saying, it's two different cultures. So you know what I'm saying. I just think that's what it is. It's just, you know what I'm saying. It's just like, yeah, they kind of funny, you know what I mean? And then they look over, man, they kind of funny, man. You know what I mean? It's you know, it's English and, you know, it's English and Spanish. You know what I mean? We speaking the same language. I mean, we speaking the same words, but it's, you know, it's different language. Exactly. So, you know what I mean? So it's like one of them things with them. But you know what I mean? We really wanted to push that unity, you know, between us two. You're right. That was the whole thing of me even getting down with somebody from Charleston to do a big event. Mm-hmm. And then we wound up doing another event, and then we wound up doing one that didn't work, and then everything just kind of blew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, exactly. Like, you know, a lot of stuff that was said that just kind of make me feel, you know what I'm saying, hey, you know. And then it was a lot of stuff that I didn't even know was said until that happened. So it was like something going on in the background anyway. Because my people don't make me aware of a lot of stuff, because when I do get aware of it, I like, if it's some bull crap, you know what I'm saying, since we on the radio, if it's some bull, I go in on them about it, you know what I mean? I be like, nah, don't, you know, I'm 40-something years old, don't bring all of that around me. Right. So you know what I'm saying, what you got against that person, like I don't got against that person, so don't. So they don't. Yeah, they'll keep something away from me just so that I don't blow up about it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Which I don't like, but I understand. You know what I'm saying? Because it always get back to me at the end that I'm lost, or I'm trying to cool out a fire and I don't got all the information. You know what I'm saying? I
put it like this, and not to devalue anything that any of your artists does, but at the same time, a CEO of a company is not worried about what the janitor's doing on the second. You know what I mean? Right. So a lot of times, some of that information does have to get filtered out before it gets up to you. Before it get to me, yeah. So I definitely understand that.
You're definitely 100% right. So you know what I mean? So you know when I caught wind of some of the stuff, because I'm from the streets and stuff like that, man. You know what I mean? Like when I caught wind of some of the stuff that had been saying, I was just like, that's dangerous. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I'm just going to say it. Like, you know, somebody, you know, accused one of my people, a girl at that, you know, of committing a crime against them. You know what I'm saying? So,
serious accusations.
Yeah, it's a serious accusation that's not true. So when so I didn't know anything about it. I sent an artist down there to do a show. Mm-hmm. That artist didn't know what he was walking into, and just luckily, you know what I mean, it wasn't out like that. Somebody committed a crime against a member of the, you know, their team or something like that, or a friend of theirs, and this man just down there by himself with his wife. You know what I'm saying? Could have ended up bad for him. Right. All because of some misinformation. So, you know, at this point at my age, and, you know, my day job is, you know, I own a bail bond company. So I got to keep my nose clean or I lose my company, you know what I mean? So at this part of my life, it was just better to just move away from that. But it was no slight to anybody from Charleston, you know what I'm saying?
It's just a lesson learned.
You know, it's just, it wasn't me, I tried. Right. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't me, I tried, you know what I mean? I had a member of my crew that did something really messed up, was out of power. Well, I mean, I wouldn't call it messed up. He was defending somebody. And it was the wrong time, wrong place. Right, you know what I'm saying? But I handled that in-house, you know what I mean? So it wasn't really no reason for that to blow up as fast as it blew up. You know what I mean? So, you know, I might get it. That's their problem. They can squash that as men or whatever, you know what I mean? Talk that out or whatever they got to do. But me personally, you know what I'm saying? I don't have any dealings there anymore at this point of time. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I have no business there. I have no reason to want to do business. I don't know, you know, who I'm doing business with and you know, who, and from my past experiences, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? I don't know who's who, so I just stay on my side.
And I feel like a lot of that, too, just comes from the fact that we're such in a shade room culture that anything small automatically turns into a whole mountain. You know what I mean? Like anything that could have been handled behind the scenes automatically turns into content for somebody else to be like, ooh, look what they doing over there. So I definitely get that. And discernment...
It definitely wasn't a small situation, to be honest with you. It definitely, you know... Now, I can say it was a violation on our end. We should have handled ourselves different. But, you know what I mean, we apologized for it. You know what I mean? We said it wasn't going to happen no more. You know what I mean? And we thought we was done with it, and we wasn't done with it. And then in the mix of not being done with it, you know, a criminal allegation come out, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? You know, and then it came out online at that. So, so now everybody knows, you know what I mean? Feds watching, police watching, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know who in the music industry is the police. So
that part.
You know,
say that again for the ones in the back.
You don't know in this industry who the police is. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? It could be a rapper at the open mic that the feds is watching, and they just come out and just start watching everybody.
That part.
You know what I mean? You don't know these people.
Right.
You don't know what they do in their daytime before they get to stream or holler or whatever. You don't know what happens, so you don't know who in there watching, you know what I mean? That's why I be trying to tell, you know, some of my artists, you know what I mean, y'all kind of too free with the blunts and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? I'm in the building, and I'm not a police officer, but I'm in the building. You know what I mean? Like, I done ran into dudes that I know on the run.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they all out and about. Shit. For me personally, I ain't no police, so I ain't got nothing to do with it.
Right.
But know.
But you want to tell them to be smart about it.
All the bondsmen put, you know, they got a community website, like a HOA, where everybody's talking amongst each other. Like, hey, so you see this person, give me a call. You know what I mean?
Right.
So I done bumped into a couple of people that done been on that list. I done seen them perform. I'm sitting there watching them, and I ain't go calling nobody and tip them out.
Right.
But you just never know who you around.
Very true.
You know what I'm saying? You just never know who you around, and then you know a lot of the stuff that go on in the independent world. You know what I'm saying? People just don't realize what they saying, what they doing, who they talking to. You know what I'm saying?
Watching them.
Who watching? So you know a lot of that stuff. You know what I mean? I try not to get involved in, and just I just took it personal because it was the person that they was talking to is like high rank with me, and I know that person, and I know that person is a person that don't want to see. Always trying to calm something down, so you know what I'm saying. I just know they wouldn't have done what they were accused of. So you know what I mean.
Understandable.
It was like the person was picking on my little homie. You know what I'm saying. So it was just like what I mean. Unfortunately, because of that situation, I can't do the Charleston stuff right now.
Right.
But it's sad because I thought we had something going.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's
I understand that.
It's definitely sad, but Live Oak don't need Charleston, and Charleston don't need Live Oak. You know what I mean? Even though, I would love to work with Sheedy Sheed, and I would love to continue to work with Bishop and Colors, but you know what I mean? What the mission that I was on for us, right. You know what I mean? This is a little fallback for me because I don't know all of them, and I don't know what I'm dealing with and who I'm dealing with and what's going on with that. So you know what I'm saying? So I just rather just stay in Columbia, but they welcome to come. I'm not trying to blackball nobody. They welcome to come down here and kick their 1-2s, and when I see them, it's gonna always be respect. But you know what I mean? It's gonna be like, yeah, what's up, man? It's respect. You know what I'm saying? But unfortunately, and one apple don't spoil no bunch. But I just
exactly.
It's just that my history, just knowing how everybody sticks together. You know what I mean? It's just better for me to move in a different direction. You know what I'm saying? Just how I roll, how I grew up, and you know, what I've seen in life, you know what I mean, how I want to move, you know what I mean. But, you know, back to the music, though, you know what I mean? It's a lot of good music coming out of Charleston, though, right now.
There it is.
It's a lot of good, man. That boy Bishop got a hot song, man. She got hot music. You know what I mean? It's you know. The person I'm talking about got hot music. It's just, you know. And I would have loved to have been there right with him, man. We'd have had some good, deep conversations. It's just, you know, with me. And then, you know. Then you get into a situation like this, Dino. It's like, and this always happens. This ain't just a Charleston thing or a Greenville thing. Or, man, this could be like a Marion thing. You know what I'm saying? Like a little small town thing. When you make a play for Columbia and Columbia don't feel you, you just go back home. You know what I mean? It's not it don't have to be a war.
You know, exactly.
Like okay, like I went down there, I made a play to try to, you know, get artists in Columbia. Or I made a play to try to blow in Columbia, and then, you know what I mean, it didn't work out, or, you know, and it would have worked for this guy. You know what I'm saying? It would have worked. But, you know what I mean, that night just changed things, and when people, you know, when you go on live, I lost people. People lost respect for me. People lost respect for him.
Right.
But the people that lost respect for you is the here.
Right.
The people that lost respect for me here, I can gain them back because they're gonna continue to see me
all the time. Exactly.
Continue to see that the things that you're accusing me of are not true.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Where when you lose respect here, nobody sees what you're doing back and the good stuff you're doing back home. Nobody sees that. So everybody's just gonna form their opinion of it. You know what I mean?
That
so I can afford to lose people in Columbia. You can't afford to lose people in Columbia. Right. You know what I'm saying? Because you're not from here. I'm from here. You know what I'm saying? The people that I lose probably wasn't messing with me anyway. They were waiting
for that reason to go ahead and fall off.
They were waiting for a reason to say, hey, I don't mess with him. You know what I'm saying? Now this is why, because he's unprofessional. But since then, I done put on 3 shows since then. All were on time. All ended correctly. No fights, no arguments, no problems with the DJs, no nothing. Superstars was in the building.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody performed. So the stuff that you're accusing me of, you know what I'm saying, I have proven not to be true.
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying, where you only do 1 show every 6 months, so you cannot, the narrative on you is bad around here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't put nobody, I went live 1 time. I said what I had to say. You said what you had to say. I did not respond again. You know what I'm saying?
And to be honest with you, that should have been that.
Matter of fact, we got on the phone and we talked, and then the next thing, you know, I'm back to hearing a bunch of stuff. And I'm like, okay, you know what I mean? I'm done with it. You know what I'm saying? Let me move on before it becomes something that it don't need to become, because it's really not that serious to me. Because, you know what I mean? I got people around me fighting cancer and, you know what I'm saying? And losing their life, you know what I'm saying? And financials down, they ain't got no place to stay, you know what I mean? Like, it's real life around here, you know what I'm saying? I ain't want to entertain the music beef stuff, you know what I mean? Because it's not real life to me, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not, you know what I mean? That's why I'm not a big fan, you know what I'm saying, a list. And, you know what I mean, even though I'm on one, I'm not a big fan of list and, you know, battle rapping and you know what I'm saying, and verses and stuff like that. Even though I applaud the people that are, you know, taking people out the hood, putting them in the studio, doing verses and give them $1,000. Like some people that I really mess with, my nephews won one.
Word.
Yeah, $1,000, boy. They got 1,000, you know what I'm saying? That's big. Just because I'm not a big fan of it doesn't mean that it's not a good thing. Anything that keep anybody out the hood and
push the culture forward.
And push the culture forward is a good thing. Right. I'm just not a fan of competition because I know a lot of these people, like a lot of this Columbia music stuff been clicks. You know what I'm saying? It's been all clicked up. You know, 555 got their own artists. Triple Nigga got their own artists. You know, Broad Street, Monticello and them got their own artists, you know what I'm saying? 48 got their own artists, you know what I mean? It's a little heat coming out of Blythewood right now where they got their own thing, Clemson Road and all them. They They got little cliques, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's all Shiro, Washington, you know, them boys got their groups, you know what I mean? Shout out to my boy Ray, you know what I'm saying? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's always been clicked up. So when you do these, like, stuff like that, then you bring in the hottest person from out the Bishop against the hottest person from out the Heights, you know what I'm saying? Or the hottest person from this, you know, from you know what I'm saying, from the you know, the new artist.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's
the newest, exactly.
Yeah, it's a rapper over there, man. He got heat. You know what I mean? So you want to pitch him against, you know, Buddy from over here. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like where you know what I mean? Where, you know.
But I mean, that's all about getting the views and the streams.
Yeah,
exactly.
That's the sport,
exactly.
You know.
Because my artists, I know a couple of artists that don't like competition, kind of for that reason. You know what I'm saying? They're like, look, I just want to put out good music and have the world feel me. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, a business within itself is a competition because any business that you have is going to be automatically going up against another business. Right. You know what I mean? So,
I want to you know, reiterate that I don't have no problem with that at all. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? That's part of hip hop.
Right.
But you know, the battle rap is part of hip hop. The battle, you know what I'm saying? Definitely one of the pillars of hip hop is battle. You know what I mean? Battling. So yeah, it would be dope if it was in Atlanta or some shit. You know what I mean? But where it's already a whole lot of division, I don't like it because it's already too much division here already. And what that does is not the event itself. You know what I'm saying? It's the afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Where this person smoked RFN and you know, man, Boss Hall and them did them boys dirty. You know what I mean? And then that side don't agree with that, and that side don't agree with that, and then it's just a big thing where now this person don't want to go to this person's show, or this person said something foul, or this person said something foul. Or, you know what I mean, you know, they put the females, all the females together. Well, females already have trouble getting along. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to put all the top females against each other.
You just asking for trouble.
Well, really, you know what I mean? If I was the boss, I'd put them all in a group.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I put them all.
Yo,
man, I put the 5 hottest female rappers in this town. I would put, like, you know, we got a lot of bosses around here. Everybody put 10 grand together and take 20, you know what I'm saying? And take 20%, you know what I mean, of the, you know, the whatchamacallit or whatever, the profit or whatever. Give each one of these girls 10 grand and put them in a group together.
Word.
And just let them, you know, put them in a super group and just let them, you know, just rap, you know what I'm saying? Let the public decide who they like better or whatever.
Exactly.
But just, you know what I'm saying, put them together. You know what I'm saying? Put them together. Let them be a dangerous group, you know what I mean? I love to hear a track with, you know what I'm saying, Kiki the Menace and Shy Kelly and Neo and, you know what I mean, and the Josh Show and, you know what I'm saying, and man, there's so many female. Miss Tip, if she ever wanted to rap again. Yeah. Peasy, got doggone Motion Girl, Peasy, and that, man, that'd be dope if they just was
get
like
together. Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, even if it wasn't all, but just, you know, just a super group, a Wu-Tang.
I ain't gonna lie, I feel like
never been a female Wu-Tang. That'd be smart marketing.
That'd be dope.
You know what I'm saying? Just a female Wu-Tang and then separate them with, okay, really, people really feeling Shy Kelly. So she gonna go solo. People really feeling Kiki. So she gonna go solo. And Karina J gonna go solo. But then these three, the Joshua, Neo, and this one, they gonna do a BBD. They're gonna be a 3-man group.
Exactly.
And then these other two right here gonna be a 2-man group. You know what I'm saying?
Brother,
like,
the possibilities is endless.
Man,
you know what I'm saying? It's all about that connection though.
The females are working harder and got more heat.
They got it right now.
The men right now.
They got it right now. Because I done seen some artists out. Listen, I done seen some artists out in Columbia. I done seen some artists out in Charleston. I done seen some artists out in Atlanta.
Oh yeah, Charleston too. Blackberry and all them.
Listen, they are out there in a major way. Because I feel like, I mean, if nothing else, because shouts out to all the way back to what's that girl name? Shoot, that girl from No Limit. I can't think of her name now. Mia X, thank you. It was at the tip of my tongue before you said it. But no, you know, shouts out to really, really old school female MCs like, you know, Mia X, the MC Lights, you know what I'm saying? Like, they've been putting this foundation down for a while, and right now is the time that a lot of these female artists have been just blazing the stage and pretty much putting their work in because they feel like they have something to prove. So right now, there are a lot of artists, especially female artists, that are just busting through that glass ceiling.
I just want to take the politics out of everything. Oh. Now I know some, you know, I got Crips on my team, I got Bloods on my team. I got a folk on my team. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying. With me, they just know I don't. The only sign I'm throwing is like a dollar sign, you know what I'm saying?
That part right there.
Like I ain't into all of that, you know what I'm saying? But my brother Bang, you know what I'm saying? So you know what I'm saying? But before he passed, you know what I mean? So I understand the culture, you know what I'm saying? And I understand that this group may not be wanting to, or something might have happened to, you know, somebody and they just feel like they can't really rock with that group even though they want to bite into the unity thing, but you know, my man, did something to one of this guy's cousins or something like that.
It's a lot of grudges.
Yeah,
it's a lot of grudges
going on. It's a lot of grudges. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to get past that. You know what I'm saying? So I understand that it ain't gonna, you know, everybody ain't gonna hold hands and you know, and we gonna sit there, kumbaya, and we gonna sing songs together. But you know what I'm saying? But for the ones that really don't got no smoke. And some of them be acting like they got smoke, but they really, even though they in the game, they really don't bang. So you know what I'm saying? So them be the ones that shouldn't have a problem doing a song.
But with anybody.
With this man, do with this man, joining man. Man, Death Row was full of Bloods and Crips rapping on the same track.
On the same track.
Making millions, you know what I'm saying? That's my message to... Like I had people sit there and be like, "OG, I ain't messing with that boy." You know what I mean? I know you want to do a show and everything, but I ain't messing with that boy. It bigger than a show, and I can't do nothing respect that. I'm not gonna talk him out of that, but you know what I mean. That's always my analogy to him though. I said, man, you know, Snoop did songs with Pop. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Drake did business with Suge. You know what I'm saying? Like. Yeah, they did not last, but when they were hot, they were hot.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You know what I mean? Kendrick do songs with the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It be like that sometimes, you know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know.
And a lot of times I feel like the hottest artists out of anywhere are the ones that think beyond where they at. You know what I'm saying? Right. Whether it's your trap, whether it's your gang, whether it's your neighborhood, whatever the case may be, if you're able to think outside of the box that society's put you in, you going places. You know what I mean?
Places. No, that's the only thing that's holding South Carolina back is
that box.
That division. You know what I'm saying? So and then you know what I'm saying, the problem I'm having now it's like a lot of people be talking like, hey, you know, we got to join together. We got no division. And then they after they say that, they totally go a whole different direction.
Whole 180.
A whole different direction. Like you want unity, but then you get online and say something that could be interpreted. You know what I mean? Like if you're gonna put something online, you might as well say the person's name.
Direct shots.
Give him a direct shot.
Ain't no reason.
Or say what you mean. Or if it ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying? Hey, you know what I mean? No offense. It's words to say that you can say. No offense to whoever. I'm not talking about who y'all think I'm talking about or whatever.
Right.
You know what I mean? But if you got a problem online, just go ahead and say like I have a problem with a lot of Southern Soul artists right now. You know what I mean? And it doesn't. I don't have a problem saying, hey, I have a problem with Southern Soul right now as a whole because y'all acting funny. Right. You know what I'm saying? And that's my whole thing. Like the Southern Soul thing right now really is bothering me. Like it's on my mind. So I may have something like that and people will be like, oh, who you talking about? I said, I ain't really talking about nobody. Right. I'm talking about
just
the
in
culture.
General. Exactly.
The genre in general is really disappointing me right now. You know what I'm saying? Like the way the game is being played, it's shocking. So, you know what I'm saying? It's like, so So it's like that, you know what I mean? Like if you're gonna get online and say something, man, make sure people know who you're talking about. Or it can be interpreted a different way, and then you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And we're live, we get a lot of that interpretations of different stuff and everything like that. For one, I like to say we get way more love than we get hate.
Right, right.
But we done had some crews, you know what I'm saying? They feel a little certain way or whatever, you know what I mean? But we just working.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? It's what they've been crying for. It's like, okay, everybody go to the open mics and, Surplus get on, he say, you know what I'm saying, man, we just need an investor. Mm-hmm. We need somebody to invest. Well, obviously nobody has enough money to invest in everybody.
Right.
So you just invest in the people that at these open mics, and Surplus has done a good job of that, letting us, and so is Hollow, letting us meet and network. Mm-hmm. So, I just walked in the door. So, you know what I'm saying?
Shout out to OXPT.
Yeah, OXPT. Mm-hmm. So, they got a movement. You know what I'm saying? They already had a movement.
Right.
These people already got a movement. So, you know what I'm saying? If somebody come along and say, okay, well, you know what I mean? They got this stuff. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? Well, this person is saying he don't really have nobody, but I like his music. This person said, he don't really have nobody, but I like his music. Mm-hmm. This person ain't got nobody. They ain't got music. You know what I mean? We got a DJ. You know what I'm saying? Let's put together a show. Let's do something.
Let's put together a show.
Yeah, let's do something. And then, you know what I'm saying? So that's where investment come in. You invest in it, and they ask for that. And then when you did it, they didn't like who you invested in. Mm. Or it should have been there. Or
right.
Or, you know what I mean? Or something. Oh, I don't like mic drops. They doing mic drops. Oh, that's so old. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But what do you want us to do?
And mic drops, I ain't gonna lie, mic drops is coming back in a major way.
Man.
Mic drops have been around for a while, but they coming back heavy nowadays.
You can ask him. I was against mic drops. I was like, well, let's find a new way to do it instead of hanging the mic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, man, hanging the mic, so 3-4 years old. That's what I was saying. Mm-hmm. And then I just started seeing, how many views it was getting.
Yo.
And I was just like, well, maybe let me change my thinking on that, because I'm not right about everything.
I'm telling you.
So, you know what I'm saying? So I just changed my thinking on that. I was like, man, forget that, man. What's wrong is not the mic dropping. Mm-hmm. What the problem is everybody is doing it at the same place.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or with the same videographer.
Exactly.
Yeah. So we just started switching it around.
Mm-hmm. You got to think of innovative ways to do things.
Started going different places. It's still the same thing. It's free to go to these places. These places is public. You ain't got to pay these people, man. We doing them in different places. So now mic drops are old. Okay, no, they're not old. I was wrong about that too. They just got to be done in a different way at a different place than posted up in the hood, just dropping the mic. You know what I mean?
But you'd be surprised on how much. I mean, I know you wouldn't be surprised because you in the game. But just thinking about it, because sometimes it even surprises me. Just thinking about the fact that, especially nowadays, how many of these artists are going back to the '90s sound, going back to that '80s sound.
They're taking all the beats.
They've been taking the beats. They've been taking the beats for a long time now.
Right? They're taking the beats. They still in the dances and add stuff to it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Add a little different stuff to it. It's all 90s stuff now, but they're just doing it. It's just a different way. And like I tell people all the time that, you know what I'm saying, it's just crazy, man. Like, you know what I mean. You just got, man. Look here, I'll break it down to this right here. If I could go back to the January 1st when I said this is what we're gonna do, this is what I want to do, I'll redo my whole budget. I actually wouldn't put on as many shows.
Hold on. Before you say that, I need for everybody to pay, because listen, this man be dropping knowledge, so I need for everybody to be paying attention, because I feel like he about to say what I've been thinking for a long time. So with that being said, without further ado, my man Abdul Wali Sharif is gonna hip y'all to some game.
Yes, sir. If I could take all my money back that I put in since January we had a New Year's party here. If I could take all my money back, have the New Year's party, but after that, if I could get all the money back that I put into shows, I put in content. You know what I'm saying? I
feel it.
I would put in the content. You know what I'm saying? I'll be doing more mic drops, more videos, more singles. You know what I'm saying? More everyday interviews. I'll be paying more camera people.
Word.
I would be on camera every day with a video. Something going on, something that got to do with that internet because, bro, I haven't really made no money off of shows, but I get a check every week just off of content. From all these interviews that we do. That's why I say, you know what I mean, when you do something with me, let me get the footage.
Right.
Like a lot of people just want to put it on their page and want you to share it. That ain't going to do me no good.
No.
Let me get the footage, you know what I'm saying? When I put it on my page, you know what I mean? We just starting to get money from interviews that we've done because they you get monetized. The money go up with the more
views.
With the more views, the more people that subscribe, the more people that follow you. So now you're getting commercials.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
Ad revenue.
Ad revenue be kicking in, boy.
Yes, sir.
See, it's like I work a regular job, bro.
Yo, that's just...
like real talk. Like if I would have had, like, you know what I'm saying? Like I mapped out a plan and I gave everybody else the plan. You know what I'm saying? But if I would have had somebody in my ear like content.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Don't do that. Don't give away $3,000 at that show, you know what I'm saying? You know, don't worry about that. Everybody ain't gonna show up. You will still get them people by just putting content out there.
Right. Exactly.
So you're gonna see a lot of, like, we got artists that's getting booked, so it's still gonna look like we doing, you know, I take that back because these shows did open it up for everybody to get more shows.
Facts.
So I'm not saying that shows is not good, but it's a balance. It's a balance. You're gonna have to do the shows too, but you need to put that money in that content, bro. Like I got a lot of artists that be like, man, I'm gonna drop an album. Bro, you just wasting the music. You know what I'm saying? That's cool when you 35 and up, 40 years old. I'm dropping albums 48. That's cool, but you know what I mean? Who is actually listening to these albums?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's cool to have an album, have a project. Man, that's always been my dream to drop an album. I mean, I'm on album number 10. Right. But when I was 15, it always been my dream to drop an album. So you know what I'm saying? So but then, you know, all that music is wasted if you don't have no fans.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If you don't have an audience, that music is wasted. And I know for a fact South Carolina artists don't have an audience. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm from a town like when somebody rap, 20 people come with them, 30 people come with them.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Here,
bring that crowd.
Either the artist has been doing it too long and might need to reinvent themselves, or people just don't support. You know what I mean? It could be that it's some of that too. Now, it's just people just after a while they didn't make it yet. Oh, we falling off the train.
Yeah, exactly.
Why are we going out there? But he ain't gonna get signed. You know what I mean? So they take on that attitude. The longer it go on, the more the people that was hyped out for you, then they start dropping. They start dropping one at every show. Start dropping till you just down to your core 4 or 5. You know what I mean? But a lot of artists don't even have a core 4 or 5, bro.
That part.
They just walking in a venue, you know what I'm saying? And then they wonder why nobody won't pay them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you know, my shows is $200 a show. And then the promoter say, man, bro, I'm paying such and such $1,000. It ain't no more money. If you want to rap for Cusco on the Cusco card, you know what I'm saying, then you either going to pay us or we're not going to pay you or not. And then people dog the promoter for that. And I used to be one of them people. But now that I'm on the promoter side, you know what I'm saying, the booking side of it, I get it.
Right.
Because what you're booking in is that so you're booking people so you don't have to do all the work of marketing.
Getting people in there. Exactly.
You know what I mean? Half of the marketing is the artist. You know what I'm saying? And then the other half is the social media, the ticket sales, the Eventbrites and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But half of the reason why you putting together the show is because you're booking people that you think people want to see perform. Mm-hmm. So when you walk in a building and you don't have anybody with you, that makes the promoter like, okay, you know what I mean?
What kind of investment?
Now, if you're not getting paid, it's a nothing for anybody. You know what I mean? But if you're getting paid, then it's a bad look. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? As long as you're doing the free stuff, it's cool. But as soon as you start asking for money, people start looking at
that whole attitude change.
People start looking at your followers. So they start seeing, you know, what your social media looking like. Are you posting every day? When was the last time you did a show?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Are you doing one show every 6-7 months, or are you an active performer?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of it is does the person like the music? If you're singing the same songs that you've been singing, if you're not coming up with nothing new, I love artists they come to open mics and the first thing they say is, you know, I'm gonna try out something new on y'all.
Yo, I can't wait to hear what's about to come out.
I love that.
Yo, yes.
Yeah, for you just to go through the same songs and stuff, it means you're not working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're not working, and I know, and I'm an artist, so I know sometimes there's reasons why you're not working. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you may have a baby. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you may have a wife or a boyfriend or husband that's saying, "Hey, you spending too much time outside. Right. You need to fall back." You may have some financial issues. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. You might can't get in the studio right now. We got to find us an apartment. Studio time ain't as important. You know what I'm saying? So I do get that.
Right.
I'm not bashing that because I've been there. And studio time is a lot less expensive than what it was when I was coming up. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like, we couldn't get in the studio.
Everybody got a studio in their closet.
Yeah, you know,
everybody got a studio in their closet.
Back in the day, I couldn't afford to go to the studio but maybe once or twice a year. Mm-hmm. And when I go in there, I'm only coming out of there with 1 or 2 songs because I got to press it and everything.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you drop an album, you know, you can come up 4 or 5 songs in a day. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And don't spend $200-$300. But you know what I'm saying? But that's what I'm getting at, though, is that it's cheaper now. So you should be able to do that. Now, you can't smoke a pound a week. You know what I'm saying? You may have to drop down a little bit.
Right.
You know what I mean? Instead of smoking 9-10 blunts a day, you might have to scale it back to 5 blunts a day.
You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? If you somebody like yourself and you're an alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? I might can't buy a bottle, the biggest bottle of Patron on Friday. I may have to get me, you know, a fifth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Because I need, you know, the half a gallon is 100. I need $50 to go into the studio.
Right.
You know what I mean? I need that for an hour. I don't want to lay this track down. You know what I'm saying? I got to get it mixed. You know what I mean? I can't afford to get it mastered right now. But at least get it mixed and let the distro kids and stuff make the sound a little bit better for you. You know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? But that's how my whole thing is the artist is not working hard. And you know what I mean? And every crew need an entourage. So I don't mind people hanging around me, but you know what I'm saying? The people that I'm pushing for is the people that want to do content every day. Mm-hmm. They want to get, when they got extra money, they go in the studio. I got a man right now. That bro, he got any off time, any spare money. He doing something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even and then I got an artist that don't even have a job and do more content than the people that's getting a check every day. He'll just go do a Triller video up at the gas station. Hey, you want to be in this Triller video?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And shoot, man, that's the poor man's way of getting rich. Is you know what I'm saying?
That content out there.
It's getting the content, bro. We not gonna make no money off of these streams. So you dropping the album, it don't matter. You gotta get to 10 million of them to see some
a little bit of money.
A little bit of money. Like, bro, you start getting them content checks in now. Them ads don't stop. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And not only that, it sets you up for a fan base where if you throw a show, you can get that. They don't touch the show money. Mm. If you throw a show, you can get that. I got 2 artists that's getting paid good money for shows. Mm-hmm. I got another artist that could get there. You know what I mean? He just got to figure what his lane is, but he already gets booked for shows, but just not as consistent as the other 2 artists. But you know what I'm saying? And then I got a group that I want to get to that level because I feel like even if they just open up for the other two, it's going to bring them some money and more exposure where we could get them there in a year. You know what I'm saying? Like they already doing shows, but you know what I mean? The whole thing is, you know what I'm saying, is growth. I want them to be able, and I tell them this, I cannot promise you that somebody going to knock on our door and ask for a record deal. What I can promise you will have a career in music. You know what I'm saying? If you do the things that, if you listen to us and we listen to you, and we all come together, then you'll have a career at this. Like, cause rap gonna stay around, and I don't really. The only rapper I really have like natural rapper besides myself is Benji. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody else is R&B. I like that lane better because it gives them a career for life. Right. Like they'll always be able to get booked. Matt will always be able to get booked at the trail rides. You know what I mean? He's making that name for himself that 15 years from now, if it don't work out for him, they'll call him to do a trail ride. You know what I'm saying? He can be a legendary act like Tone Drake, and Tone Drake stays booked. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he does.
Tone Drake stays booked.
You gotta keep it moving. You gotta stay moving though.
Because, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna put his business out in the street, but Tone Drake stays booked, and he still does his other stuff that he's got going on, legal stuff. I don't want to put that out. He still does a job here and jobs there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, hey, but he has a career, and then if it takes off and he's able to lead that, fine. If not, he still has a career in music. That's why I tell people, learn how to play the piano. You know what I'm saying? Learn how to play an instrument. You know what I mean? Things dry out for you with the singing, you can get a job at the church or one of these mega churches playing the piano.
Become invaluable.
Bro, I used to sell cars for 20 years. People bring in their check stubs from these churches. They play, man, they're making $25,000 a year to play the piano, bro.
Exactly.
Bro, that's a job in music. That's a job in music. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Learn. That's Matt B right there. Learn how to do some other stuff, man.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Learn how to do some other stuff. Like
speaking of other stuff, I feel like you. Now this is just me personally. I don't know if anybody else calls you this, but I feel like you are the king of multiple streams of income. Because look, we literally in the studio right now. You got a company literally on the same strip as we are. We got, you know what I'm saying? We got the record label down there in the back. Like, you got a lot of hats, my boy. So, first of all, applause to that.
I appreciate it.
I know you do a lot of things, not only for yourself, for your company, for your business, but also for your artists. Right. So, shouts out to people with a good mindset that actually put people on platforms to say, this is for you.
Right. I appreciate that. I'm going to tell you where that come from. I worked in restaurants. I've always had a job.
Right.
I worked in restaurants from 15. I never went probably a month without a job, but I worked in restaurants from 15 to 25. And then I managed a few. And then I worked in the car business from 26 to 46.
Oh, you've been selling cars for 20 years.
I sold cars 20 years.
That's crazy work.
I stayed at the same job for 18 years.
Yo,
you know what
that's
I'm saying?
tenure right there.
I stayed. That's hard to do in the car business. But I never really was a boss. You know what I mean? I ran the internet for a little while, the internet sales. And then once that blew up, they gave it to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? So
of course.
They didn't want to see me make any money because I had to figure that thing out. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I mean? It never was the boss, right? Just straight up. I had bosses that used to be mad at me because I made more money than them. You know what I'm saying? It was just, but you learn a lot in the car business because it's sales. You know what I'm saying? So you learn people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You learn people. You learn how to be on time because if you ain't on time, you getting fired. You know what I'm saying?
So that part.
So that and all of that just transfers to my other business, the bail bond business, making phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Following up. All that transfers to bail bonds and entertainment. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like the stuff that I learned in the car business, it's easy for me to do bail bonds and for me to do entertainment because You know what I'm saying? Because it's the same structure. But get this. You know what I'm saying? The thing about it that's different from the car business and music and bell bonding is I actually like music and bell bonding. I didn't even like to sell cars.
Word?
Man, hell no. I started out, I fell out of love with selling cars my first 5 years, bro.
And you stayed in it for an additional 15 years, my boy.
My first 3 years from 05 to 09 were the best years of my life.
Word.
I mean, I got my credits.
03 was a good year. I ain't gonna lie. It was my graduation year. 03 was a good year.
I was working at Red Lobster in 03.
Yo.
Yeah, I was working at Red Lobster in 03, and I was managing 04. I was managing a bar manager at a Mexican restaurant.
It wasn't at Red Lobster on 2 Knots, was it?
Yeah, I started on Decker, though.
Word?
Right here, I started on Decker, and then I went to 2 Knots, and then I wound up ultimately, I got fired. I was working at a Mexican restaurant. I was the bar manager there. They got robbed, and I was just like, man, I'm done with this restaurant stuff. I got robbed.
Not to interrupt you or anything. How you end up getting a chef job at a Mexican restaurant?
Oh, no, I was the bar manager.
Oh, okay, just the bar. Okay,
yeah. I was the bar manager. The head bar manager was a white guy. It was a Mexican restaurant. Check this out, though.
Right.
We get off subject for just 1 second. It was the weirdest thing. It was a Mexican restaurant that was owned by an Indian. The Mexicans was in the back cooking, and those 2 Mexicans that was in the back cooking own Real Mexico on Bush River.
Word.
And they got the big food truck and stuff like that.
Crazy.
Regalio. They still grinding. And the bar manager, the front manager was a white girl, the bar manager was a white girl, and then it was me. Yeah. So you had all kind of people in there. But you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
But bro, I got up out of that restaurant stuff when I got robbed. I was like, I had already been shot before. So I was like, man, I'm about to die in here. I ain't about to die for no tacos. I ain't about to mess with this restaurant stuff, man. So, there's a guy that used to come in all the time. He used to order special tequila. We used to order it for him. And he was a finance manager at Pulliam Ford. That was on 2 Knots.
Okay, yeah.
And so the big midnight store. So I went in there to get a job, and he was gonna hook me up with a job in the car business because he had really liked me. And he was like, whenever you really tired of this, come see me. And I got robbed. I went and saw him. But I had I had a pending gun charge. So once they see that I was out on bond, they wouldn't give me the job. But he was just like, yo, them people across the street looking for help. And it was smart cars right behind, on West Beltline, right behind the McDonald's that was across from 2 Knots. So, man, I went in there. They gave me a job on the spot, bro. And that's how I got in the car business. I worked for them 9 months. And in that 9 months, I made $9,000.
Yo, that's what's up.
And I was spending money left and right, but I was saved.
Of course.
I just had a son, too. Man, I made $9,000, man. I was like, I ain't never want to do nothing else again. When I wound up at Galliana at a big lot, excuse me, when I wound up at Galliana at a big lot, it was different, but it was more family oriented.
Okay, yeah.
And I was good from 05 to 09, but 09 they went bankrupt.
Ooh.
I lost my love for them there because I lost everything. From
That's
09,
tough.
They were bankrupt. From 09 to 2010, they didn't get back on their feet until Obama was like in office for like a year or so.
Mm-hmm.
And man,
with that bailout.
Yeah, gave him that bailout. But even after he gave him the bailout, it took him a while
to kind of get that restructuring back up. Yeah, I get that.
But once I lost everything, it just made me think like I can't do this for the rest of my life. Like I could be up and just everything go.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like I had just bought a home and everything, bro. It was like tough. I was like, man,
terrible time.
Man, I had at that time when that happened, I had a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old when that happened. Yeah, 2010, I had a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. So like they was needing shit.
Of course. Of course.
I done lost everything. I can't even pay my mortgage, bro. I lost everything, man. When I tell you I lost everything. Like, I just had a different focus after when I cared about the car business and I still stayed in it because I needed to make money.
Right.
But I started doing other things.
You lost
like
your
I was selling movies, tennis shoes. Man, I'll leave the car lot. I was bootlegging on Broad River. I was bootlegging.
Right.
And doing other stuff. And man, they used to let me post up in the barbershop. I got a table in the barbershop.
Hey, yo.
Man, I was hustling out there, bro.
Hey, actually, to be honest with you, that kind of goes with the point that I was going to make earlier. A lot of times in business, no matter what business you're in the business of relationships.
Right.
You know what I mean? So a lot of times just having those relationships with people to get you to that next level that might know an avenue that you didn't think of or, hadn't even fathomed, you know what I mean?
Right.
To get you to that next level. So shouts out to all the people that are really trying to just build relationships with people because at the end of the day,
figure it out, bro.
That's the only thing that's going to make it work.
I know so many people from the car business. And then I know so many people from the streets when I used to sell. I used to have 100 boxes of Air Force Ones, 50 white, 50 black.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? All different sizes. Like, bro, like, I got busted. But before I got busted, you know what I'm saying? I had a, what they call them things? Like a storage full of bootleg stuff.
You had a storage unit.
Man, I had storage unit.
You moving.
I would go to Atlanta and just buy a bunch of them. Remember them bracelets they had with the balls on them? With the glittery ball? Everybody was loving, man. Bro, it was crazy. But like I said, you know what I mean? I didn't never wanted to be in a situation where if the government mess up something, I'm done.
Like, you know exactly.
So fast forward to 2019, it happens again. COVID hits.
Oh, yeah.
COVID hits.
Yo, listen.
COVID hits.
I knew a lot of industries that got hit real bad with that. I ain't gonna lie. Now this is no slight to nobody because I know how it is. Respect to the ones that kind of lost the battle to COVID.
Right.
But during that time, I made the most money I ever made. Right. And it's not because, it had nothing to do with COVID within itself, but it just had to do with the fact that at that point, everybody was, okay, well, we got to figure out multiple streams of income. We got to figure out how else to get it because everything can go belly up in a second. You know what I'm saying?
Everything tragic, if it's tragic, maybe tragic on the east side, but it ain't tragic on the west side. It may rain on the east side, it may not rain on the west side.
Right.
All of their stuff is destroyed. All that stuff is better now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I looked at COVID. Like, yeah, a lot of people died. A lot of people was messed up. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people was able to start their business.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? For me, it wasn't, I lost my uncle. That was the worst thing. I wish it didn't happen. He was fairly young. I lost my homeboy, Anthony Lane. He had a respiratory problem. He didn't even know about it. He got COVID. He got COVID, took it out. You know what I mean? He was running and doing everything all day. It never bothered him, running and staying in shape and smoking weed. It didn't bother him, but as soon as COVID hit, he got sick. It hurt him. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing is, I lost a couple people. That's bad. But, COVID was the best thing that could have happened to me because what it did is it made me do this right here.
Right.
It's like I wasn't broke when COVID hit, but I may have had about $3-4 grand in the bank.
Mm-hmm.
But what it did was it made me think about life after car business.
Right.
Because I said, all right, now this is the second time this happened. And ironically, it was so hard to get cars that even though we wasn't selling cars, they boost the price up. The prices went up.
Yo. And that's the crazy part, because I noticed that happen.
Right.
And I'm like, if they couldn't afford it then, how they can afford it now?
So, because the interest rates went away.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So the bank, man, people with no credit was able to buy cars and shit.
Right.
And then they would buy them. They didn't care they get in the car. They would buy them for 10 grand. The sticker was 10 grand. So if the sticker came in at 25 grand, they would boost it to 35 grand.
Of course. Yeah.
And then the salesman making 30%. So the salesman making $3,000 a car. So even though I'm not selling 15 cars a month no more, I'm only selling 8 or 9. You
still balance that out.
Yeah, I'm making more money.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I'm making more money. So, you know, I'm selling 9 cars at an average of $3 grand a pop. I'm making $25,000 checks after Uncle Sam stick his ugly head in it. I'm walking out of that 19 bands.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I never seen that kind of money in my lifetime. So it wasn't all bad. I took every dollar I made and put it into the bail bonds.
I feel it.
The exit plan.
Mm-hmm.
2019 came in, going into 2000, stacked up. Unfortunately, I caught a charge that year. So I had to give my money to Seth Rhodes and all them, not Seth Rhodes, but Stanley Myers, God bless the dead. So, you know what I'm saying? I still wasn't where I needed to be, but, you know what I'm saying? I still was coming up, and my charges was dropped, so I was able to go ahead and get my bar classes, get my business going. So when COVID ended, I already had a business.
Right.
So I was working, and then I got hurt on the job. So for a year, I was on workers' comp, but they was making me go to work. The doctor was still making me go to work. I just couldn't do nothing heavy.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So I was just sitting at the table all day, just getting better at the bond business. And then they wasn't bothering me. My homeboy was the manager. It wasn't bothering me, so I was leaving, doing my bonds. It wasn't a lot, but then it just clicked, like around about 2023. We had 25, right? Around about 2023, I'm on workers' comp. I done been in the bonds business for over a year, almost 2 years. You know what I'm saying? I got that building.
Right.
So I just said, you know what? This gonna be my last year in the car business. So that whole year, from when I said that to myself in August, that whole year I wrapped around. I got hurt like 2-3 months later. I was on workers' comp. The whole year I wrapped around, and when July came, I quit. I had started making more money in the bonds business than I was making working at a car lot, and wasn't having to put up with none of the stuff. And then peep this. This is how good God is to me. I quit in August. December, they sold the company. Didn't tell anybody. Everybody lost their job. Except for maybe 3 people.
That's crazy.
Everybody lost their job except for maybe 3 people, bro.
So the whole fact that you went into that with that mindset of anything can happen and got out right on time before everything happened is just crazy. Yeah, that's God.
And you know what? If COVID never happened, I'd probably still be sitting there. Because if COVID never happened, they probably would have been like, we don't see no urgency of getting rid of this place.
Right.
And I would have been like, oh, shit, I'm making $100,000 a year. I don't see no urgency of getting out of this place. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I'll probably be, approaching almost 20-something, 25 years coming in a couple more years.
Right.
It's just, it's just one of them things, fortunately, like, a lot of people lost their life. Only thing I didn't regret is I got my business in April. They stopped the PPP loans at the end of March, 1st of April. So I wasn't able to apply for a PPP loan because I hadn't been in business long enough and didn't have an employee. So that was the only bad thing about it. And that wouldn't have happened if I didn't, and this is a lesson to everybody else, because the only reason why that didn't happen and I wasn't able to get my license and my business started was because I had a charge. So be careful of how you do things, because a lot of times these criminal records will hold you back. So that held me back for 8 months. It took me 8 months before they dropped the charge. I shouldn't have never had the charge, but I caught it.
Right.
Like somebody, it was self-defense. Somebody came to my house. But, because they didn't come in, they were just on the porch. Because they didn't come in.
That red tape.
I caught the charge, right? But then when they got into it, they just dropped it. But you know what I'm saying? But that was like 8 months
of you
a while, and I already had my mind made up that I was gonna go to bond school and do this and do that, and get my licenses, because they had done kind of let up on the laws and stuff where it was easier to get a bond license.
Oh, okay.
So I was, because for years I wanted one, but I just either I had a charge or you know what I'm saying, because either I had because you had to have a clean record for 10 years. So either I had a charge or it was something else going on, or it was some money, or it's a money thing. But when I finally got in the right position to do it, I caught a charge. And it delayed me 8 months. So when I finally did get my business, the PPP loan was over that month.
Damn.
So if I wouldn't have got delayed, I would have been able to get another $25,000 to $50,000 to $100,000 to help me grow my business, and it wouldn't have been so hard, or it'd be a lot bigger than what it is now.
Right.
But hey, that's just hindsight, man. Them just lessons learned, bro.
Very true.
But that's how. You know, and that was able. The bond company is where we started to be able to have money to invest in the entertainment. So all of this is just going and you know what I mean, and you know, and even now, even some of the people that's with me in the entertainment now, they work for me in the bond stuff. So it's just kind of like, you know what I mean.
That's what's up.
Yeah, it's kind of like, you know what I mean. It's helpful for me, and you know, and then we growing. You know what I'm saying. So. Live Oak is a lot of different things and stuff. I mean, we ain't even brought. I got a hot dog. I got a hot dog business, man. We do tailgates.
Ain't no way.
Yeah, I got a hot dog stand I ain't never used. I done had it 4 years.
Yeah.
I get it out and roll it around in the yard. It was huge. I get it around and roll it out in the yard just to keep the tires on it right.
This man got so many businesses. He got them tucked in the garage.
I didn't even bring it out, but you know what I mean. It's an investment that I plan on cashing in on one day. Mm-hmm. So I'm somehow, once I get everything situated, somehow, some way, I might have to somebody told me all I gotta do is put a boot on it, because it's too big to push up in these buildings.
Okay.
So if I park it outside, like put it in the corner right here, you know, somebody steal it. So
right. The boot is a good idea.
Yeah, somebody told me a good idea. It's a tire, and I never thought about it. They just told me this like a couple months ago. Mm-hmm. Just get it back over here and put the boot on it, right. And then you can bring it out and do whatever you want to do with it. But I plan on doing all of that in 2026, getting that back going. Excuse me, the album. Mm-hmm. I just dropped the album in July, but you know what I'm saying. This album right here is a little different. Because these are all original beats, you know what I'm saying? This by one producer, Wayne Gigolo Jones Jr.
Hold on. Now, time out. See, this man keep dropping knowledge on me that I didn't even know. Wayne Gigolo Jones. You know what? I do remember him saying that he is a producer. This was the first time I actually seen him out doing shows. He had mentioned that, but ever since then, I really just kind of seen him as that guy that does, you know what I'm saying? The honey pack, yo.
Yeah.
So shouts out to Gigolo Jones, because he definitely making moves out there. But he's I did not know he's a producer. I forgot that he was a producer. So he produced your whole album.
He produced the whole project.
Shouts out to Gigolo Jones. That's what's up.
So I, usually coming off of an album, I have writer's block. Because I write, my process is, I like 7-song albums under 30 minutes.
I feel it.
25 to 30 minutes. No more than 30 minutes. Attention span, go through them. Easy to do a couple videos for the project or whatever. Because the video is going to make you more money than the project. So, you know what I'm saying? So, the content on it. So, my whole thing is that. So, I usually normally write 12 songs and break them down to 7 and carry 5 over.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So, I had 5 other songs already that's ready to go, just needed beats.
Right.
So when he came through, he sold me, this is how genius is, he sold me 13 beats. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Sold me 6 one week, 7 the next. No, 7 the first week, 6 the next, right? Mm-hmm. I like so many beats that I usually only get a 5-pack, because all I can afford, but I went over on them with him, right?
Right.
So, you know what I'm saying? I just wrote all new material. I already had.
So it inspired you like that.
You want to know when I bought the beats?
No.
I came off an album in July. Now I got 5 songs that I can put together. I only need 2 more, and I got another 7 projects because the 5 songs that I held back from the other project, I actually really like. They good songs. And then he gave me the original beats. And the 5 songs that I'm talking about already been recorded and everything.
Right.
So he gave me these original beats, and I didn't want to do them 5 songs no more. Out of them 13, I wrote all new stuff. He gave me 1 pack the middle of August, and he gave me the other pack at the end of August.
Yo.
So I wrote all them songs in 1 month.
That is crazy work ethic.
1 month. I think maybe today or maybe the end of this week might make a month since I got the first package.
Word.
The second package I got from him, I wrote all of those songs in a week. I wrote like 2 songs a day.
Yo. So is that now?
And I've already recorded them.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Not just wrote to them. I already done record them, and all of them are mixed.
So let me ask you this
I gotta
question.
get them mastered.
So the fact that you had done these songs in such a short period of time, was it the beats that inspired you to write so much and so quickly, or was it just the fact that you wanted this project to get out and you just
I ain't really no rush on the project because I had just dropped. Like I could push the 7 songs from that project and still had 5 that I could have, dropped a single here and there.
Right.
And still did my little Facebook thing where I just post my music and, get 500, 600 views and just be done with it. Mm-hmm. Make $5, $10, you know what I'm saying? But, no, it was the beats. You know what I mean? The beats just had me writing.
I feel it.
But it's an easier process for me now because it's different from my first album to now. Because my first album, I had albums in the back, but people stole them, so I didn't never go to. My first album in the new era world is like 4 years ago.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying? So 4 years ago, I was beat. This was my pattern. Beat. Let the beat come on for 15, 20 seconds. Hook. A long verse, a 16, a hook, and another 16. So I got a 4-minute song.
Right.
You know what I mean? But now that I done acquired a new way of doing things, you're talking 2-minute songs, 2-minute, 3-minute songs. Mm-hmm. And all of these that I wrote with, the Gigolo got hooks.
Right.
So, you know what I mean? So they really a 2-minute song. Mm-hmm. So I'm only rapping for 2 minutes, and that's easy for me. Because I write, you know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Like, if I'm just sitting here chilling, I just write something. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? Like, I already had a verse. If it matched the beat, then I'm there. You know what I mean? So, it's,
that artistry always been
in. It's easier for me to where, I got to hold back on talking junk to people. Because I be like, bro, you got 5 songs in 4 years. Like, what are you doing?
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you been rapping these same songs for the last 3 years. Like, you ain't got no new material? Like, bro, I just came up when I wrote that album in July that's got some really good songs on it. I had writer's block from January all the way to maybe May.
Dang.
I couldn't write nothing. I sit there and try to figure out, man, it just wasn't coming to me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So I didn't write for 5 months. And then when it was time for me to write, it just came quick. And then when I heard Gigolo, I just still had someone in the tank. And now I may have a little writer's block for a few months. But man, this album so damn good. And I got about three songs that I ain't did on this one. So I really got another project. So I got 8 songs. I got another 7-pack that I could put out that's strong.
Right.
And you know what I mean? I may drop it like around Christmas time or something like that. But just to say I dropped 3 times this year. You know what I'm saying?
True.
And but that's my work ethic. I like to write, so
I feel it.
But we get into other stuff now. I'm getting into books, and you know what I mean. I got a girl getting ready to help me write a little book, little small children's book type stuff. So you know what I mean. We get
I might know a publishing company you might want to go to. We'll talk about that after. We'll talk about that after.
Let me know, but
yeah.
But yeah, man, that's where I'm at with my artistry right now, man, and. You know what I mean? My other artists, they doing big things, but they just, I don't really care for them to drop albums and stuff right now. I want them to build their fan base.
Build that fan base, yeah.
Keep getting out there and stuff. Drop a single every Friday or some kind of content every other day or something like that, or every day. But, you know, for the most part, you know what I'm saying, we don't have to put out an album this year. I don't have an artist that I feel like I got to hear an album from. Maybe John Ray could put out an album right now, and I think, you know, the people will take to it. But I don't want to waste all this good music, though. When they hear it, I want a lot of people to hear it.
You're right.
You know what I mean? I don't want, if you got 4,000 followers, I want 8,000 to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
That part. Expand your horizons.
Yeah, let's just keep pumping what we got and keep doing new music, and you know what I mean. It's gonna take care of itself in 26. I think we make a move in 26. Like I just feel like we practicing. Like we in training camp.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like 26, let's ride. You know what I'm saying? Let's go full at it. And then start booking shows, and you know, I put up a thing where I want to book a show. I got a meeting for 5,000. A man hit me up and said, bro, you ain't getting no 5,000. I said, ain't
watch him
about
get
that.
it. Watch him get it though.
I said, it ain't about that.
Watch him get it though.
That's the number I want. But you know what I'm saying? I may not get it. But when it's time for me to get it, it ain't gonna be 5,000.
Exactly.
It's going up. You know what I'm saying? Because if things go the way I want them to go, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying?
And you got quite the team though.
Yeah.
You got quite. Now, now that you kind of mentioned that, I was kind of curious, and I was gonna ask you about this anyway, but that's a nice little segue. So you had mentioned John Ray, the artist. Right. Phenomenal artist. I've seen her live. I've seen she's got a whole and that's kind of the point that I was trying to kind of get to.
Artist, yeah.
So I know that you work with a lot of artists.
I book her.
You book her. Okay,
yeah.
so Live Oak. She runs through Live Oak, the booking agency, because I know she's managed by Chill Will, and he shouts out to Chess Entertainment because they doing some major moves over there too.
I said my artist, but I book her. I book Sam Stacy too.
Okay, word.
You know Sam
Stacy? Because I saw him all on the flyer now. He's got. Like, listen, this $5,000 package might sound like a lot of money, but this man has got the entertainment. It's at least $10,000 worth of entertainment on that flyer. I'm just letting you know right now.
It's a bargain.
Oh yeah!
I promise you, it's a bargain to what you gonna get by July next year. By July, it ain't gonna be that same price. I can already tell. And if it is the same price, I'm gonna be able to.
That's the homie hookup right there.
I'm gonna be able to validate why it's that price. You know what I'm saying? Right now, they just these people were doing stuff for free. You know, like
exactly,
bro. I just watched.
And that's the mindset we got to change.
Bro, I just watched it perform all summer. I watched it perform all summer for $500 here, $400 here, $400. If you put them all together, it's about $3. But I'm bringing the DJ. I'm bringing the host. You know what I'm saying? You bring
a party in the box.
I could bring the venue if you need me to bring the venue. I got connections with the venues, like. Bruh, I'm bringing what's more important, whatever you getting out of that, is you don't have to lift a finger.
Right.
That's got to be worth something for you not to have to go get a DJ. $300-$400. Go get a host. Depending on what host you get, $200-$300. You know what I'm saying? Now you up to $400. Then
you ain't got no music yet.
Right. Then you got to get this. You got to get that. You got to get the venue. You over $500.
Easy.
You over $500. You over $500. And depending on where you go, you might have to split your dough. I don't want a dough. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to pay that $500.
Yeah, off top.
And then, good. You know, it good. We're gonna be professional. You getting a bargain now. But I got 2 artists that people are already asking about.
Right.
And in them deals, even if they go somewhere and get signed, I'm still booking them. You know what I'm saying? So if somebody else could put more money behind them and they could blow faster, we all for that. We're not here to hold nobody back. But I still gonna have the rights to book and handle all of that. So you know what I'm saying? When you do, when they do blow, and let me make this very clear. You heard what I just said now. I sold cars for 20 years.
Right.
I am a master negotiator.
That part.
They used to come get me when the other people couldn't, you know what I'm saying, close the deal. They used to come get me and say, hey, you talk to the people.
Now let me ask you this question.
Make it make sense.
Let me ask you this question. Was you able to get a percentage of that commission?
Well, you get half of a deal.
You get half that deal?
You get half of their money.
So you got a little something from coming over there.
They hate to see me coming because they know they about to give up half. They know they about to give up half of the money. Because I'm going to make it, but you ain't had nothing, though. Because these people about to walk out. Yeah. No matter, hey, they standing up, bro. You tell me you could have saved them. No, you can't save them. But I'm a master negotiator, bro. When I get in these rooms, you ain't going to see the same me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So...
You got to switch it up, though.
Yeah, so it's
boardroom, you can't be street boy.
Yeah, John Ray or Matt or Kwame or no matter who it is, you know what I'm saying? Like, Sam Stacey on the verge of superstardom.
Oh, yeah.
She getting ready to
she put on a show by herself.
She getting ready to do a play. Bruh.
I did see that, yeah, exactly.
When that play, but I'm not going to say if, when that play blows, because it's a good idea. When that play blows, bro, you know what I'm saying? She $1,000. She $1,500 by herself.
By herself.
Money. I put Matt B on the same level with Money Train and Grand Bands. I booked them.
Right.
They $1,500, $2,500, $3,500 a show. So you just talking about them two right there at $5.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You just talking about them two right there at $5.
You getting your deal.
You're talking about $5 right there. So they not seeing what I see. I done seen this happening. You know what I mean?
Right.
I just came through a summer where I know I have a list of about 60 artists and what their prices is. You know what I'm saying? I take for instance, I have an artist that I booked from Alabama. Her price is like $800. She bring the dancers, it's like $1,000. You know what I'm saying? Matt B by this summer coming could get the $1,000.
Oh, yeah.
But Sam Stacey could get the 15. Man, let me tell you something about Sam Stacey. She can get the stack of show now. And, bro, the tip jar have a stack in it.
Yo.
You know what I'm saying? You talk about $2,000 a show.
That's what's up.
Bro, and then
making major moves.
She'll come down here and just do one for $300-$400 just out of love.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She'll come do the stream week for $300-$400 or $500 maybe. Just out of love. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, like that, she's the one. And give you good advice, professionalism, put on the show, everything. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the show. That's the package. Oh, yeah. And I put that out there for a reason because I wanted people to laugh at it. Because I already know I got like, this nigga ain't getting no 5 Gs.
Yo.
But bro, it's going to be more than that when the summer come around. It's going to be more than that.
I'm telling you.
We already booked Matt for July next year.
Oh, yeah.
For trail rides and that's going, that people already got planned out their annual trail ride for June and July. He already booked.
That's a good look.
They got a deal.
That's a good look.
They got a deal because right now he can't ask but for so much. Because, you know, he proven in Columbia, but they don't know him through the Southern Soul world.
Right.
You know what I mean? Major because the DJs is hating on him because they want to try to get they guy across first. And that's what's wrong with Southern Soul right now.
Okay, I feel you.
Southern Soul used to be everybody does it, everybody loves each other, everybody holding hand, everybody no competitiveness, no competitive stuff. You know what I mean? It was just more like, hey brother, you did a good job, blah, blah. Blah, man, since Boots on the Ground came out, they changed the game. These jokers started making money.
Oh, yeah.
They had like...
Money changed things.
Boy, they had like they ain't seen a dime their whole life. You know what I mean? Then they start scuffing. Boy, I seen y'all... I come through the Southern Soul arenas, bro. Like, I seen y'all get my house and only put 10 people in there.
Right.
I seen people not pay y'all. I seen y'all do hostings for free. I saw them, no disrespect to Money Train, but he getting 35, 40, 4,000, 45. He gonna have to come down on this price though. But I seen him do these $4,000 numbers. But I've also seen him at my house for free and didn't get nothing and just trying to learn a line dance and stuff. And only had 20 people there. Bro, I done seen these jokers struggle. Boots on the Ground made everybody take notice to the genre where it was just people in the South. Right. But it made other people take notes. And what it also did is that, you know, it's just a trail ride thing. You know, you hear these songs and then you see that this person might pop up to the trail ride. This person might pop out the Sammons down there where Pay Me DJ at, Send Me Rights or whatever. Or these people might pop out in Burgess and Myrtle Beach. You know, these people might pop out Bigelow's in Decatur Or they might pop out here at Green's Barbecue, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or the VFW or whatever. They might pop out these little places, you know what I'm saying? These little, the Legions and stuff like that. They might pop out of these places, but they wasn't making no money.
That's a busy man.
Clients.
It's a busy man.
But yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, they are so different. And you can see them humbling themselves a little bit now.
Because they got to.
They coming back because boots on the ground, you know what I'm saying? It's dying, you know what I mean? It had a hell of a run.
I don't know. It might be coming back. You seen that Fantasia remix?
Yeah, but I don't think that remix is going to make the song. It just was such a strong song, and it just was everywhere, all day, every day.
Right.
That people kind of tired of hearing it. Like it's like, like you go. I done been to some. I done been to some whatchamacallits and everything. I done been to like some not trail rides, but like some Southern Soul shows and stuff. Events lately, and they don't even play it.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like now that the remix out, I have heard the remix like this past weekend when we was making our rounds and stuff like that. But they done jumped on Grand Bands and Mike Clark Jr. and you know what I'm saying? Some of the other cats, some of the younger cats, you know what I'm saying? They, even Stepping Boots is doing well, and even Matt got a Hello Matt B got that song doing well in the Southern Soul ranks, and they just had a dance. They made a dance by one of the legends and stuff. And they played it at Legacy last night, and they did the dance and everything. That's what's and up. It was a lot of but last night I noticed like a lot of the guys that was on tour through the summer, now they showing back up to these places that they done kind of abandoned. Right. You know what I'm saying? Now they showing up, and shoot, they calling me, they asking me, when the next show, bro? I hit y'all up, y'all telling me ridiculous prices, $7, $8 grand, $6 grand, $5 grand, just like. Man, I was like, bro, y'all crazy, bro. Like, how can I pay y'all that? Right. You know what I mean? I ain't doing no trail ride. We indoors.
We got no horses in here.
Bro, and even the trail rides, they'll bring 5,000, 10,000 people out there, and all these people performing for free. Right. Just off of just being down with the DJ, just to be down with the DJ, but want everybody else to pay. They done took the promoters straight out the business.
They really did. They really did.
Took the promoters, slit their throat. All the promoters that was booking them, and they was making $500, $600. Some of them that had a little hot song like Simply Wayne or something, making a couple grand. You know what I'm saying? They was making that kind of money. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then at the Boots on the Ground, instead of going up a couple thousand where the promoters could eat, they took it up here. Well, even though you had a Southern Soul show that had a whole lot of people, you didn't make no money. You had to bring in the DJ, the DJ high, because you want to bring in somebody with a name, so the DJ high, the dancer, the dancer creator girls, they high. Yeah, super high. You know, you bringing in, what's the girl, Kate, with Cheesy Girl or whatever? You bringing her in on $3 grand. You bringing the light-skinned girl, the mixed girl in $3 to $5 grand. You bringing in Jasmine $2 to $3 grand. You bringing in this person, this homeboy, $2 grand. You know what I'm saying? Right. You bringing in, the steppers. You want the steppers to come in. You need to pay steppers. Steppers just usually sign up and show up.
That's how it used to be. Yeah. Now everybody got to get their cheese.
And I get it, but what you do is that when you bump that price up so high, and these people is thinking, okay, I can make that money. I can make that money because I got 803 and grand bands on the show. You know what I mean? I'm gonna get 1,000 people here. I'm gonna get 2,000 people here. I'm gonna get 5,000 people here at $40 a pop. I'm thinking, okay, now I done made, I done made 20 G's, 40 G's, 60 G's or whatever like that. You gave Fresh 10. You gave Bands 3, 4. You gave Pay Me 5. You gave the Dancer 3.
Everybody gotta get their part.
You paid the Highway Patrol. You know what I'm saying? You had to pay for the land. You had to pay the Speedway. You know what I'm saying?
There's a lot that goes into it.
Bro, by the time you got to pay the people that's working out there. Then, bro, you made 40 grand, but you kicked out 35.
I was about to say at least 35 of them things.
Bruh, a promoter can't make $3-4 grand off of a show and that be his full-time job.
Right.
Because a show don't go. You doing what, a show maybe a month? Right. So you take 12 times the 4 that you made. Shit, you might as well go get a job.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If I'm doing all this work and I'm making 50,
I'm about to say, because you damn sure working hard.
Man, I'm working hard as hell. If I'm doing all of that to put in, it's aggravating. Mm-hmm. These artists, especially the Southern Soul artists, this summer, I noticed a change in them. Right. Where they used to be huggy, laugh. They had like they Patti LaBelle or somebody out this mother. They acting like Fantasia.
Yo, yeah.
Like shoot, we did the show with Kaya, what's her name? Kaya? Kaya was down to earth and cool. The DJ of that show and a couple of the artists on that show was acting like straight up assholes. Excuse my language.
Nah, you good, brother.
They was acting straight bougie. Dish, gotta get them that. They won't dish. Flash driving in you, man, bro. You got an iPhone, bro. Sit right there, bro. Let me just go ahead and airdrop that to you.
Right.
Oh, go get me a flash drive. Got to send somebody to the store to get a flash drive. Excellent. Download some stuff, and then come back. Man, this is a mess, bro. Whole lot. But if that's the way you want to do things, that's fine.
Right.
That's fine, because some of y'all are on top. But then the ones that ain't on top, if you ain't fresh, you pay me, and all of them, Mike Clark, you know what I mean, and them boys around that level, and Grand Bands is rising. Matt B is rising, like all. If you ain't right there with them folk right there, you know what I mean. Breeze coming, you know what I'm saying. Carolina Breeze coming. Mm-hmm. If you ain't right there, if you just straddling the fence, bro, and you charged all that money, the promoters is mad.
Oh yeah.
They're not even gonna book you.
I was about to say, and they're not gonna work with you.
Yeah, you charge them all that money, and now you just want a show. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I'll do one for $5. You know what I mean? No, you won't do one with me for $5, bro. You charge me a G.
Exactly.
Now you $5. You know what I'm saying?
Change.
Yeah, now you $5, and I gotta buy a bottle, and you want a hotel? Right. Come on, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, you lost me on that one. But you know what I'm saying? Like, it's certain people that I'll never book again. Mm-hmm. Even and one of them manager called me yesterday, and you know, I'm like, well, bro, you tried to hit me for the 4. I couldn't do the 4. Now you want 2, but you're not worth 2.
Right.
You're not worth 2. Mm-hmm. I couldn't feel 400, 600 seats then with your name on it. Mm. What makes you think I could do that now?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I really can't do it now. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't got a way to make money now. We lost. Right. You know what I'm saying? I know at least 8 promoters that I talked to. Some of the promoters that did trail rides was able to get the land. They friends had the thing. You know what I mean? Their friends had the land, or their people had the land. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? They some of them didn't even get an artist and was able to make money. Word. Just off of the fact that they might have just had the DJ. True. You know what I'm saying? So then you just go, you get, if you can book Pay Me, or you can book Dirty, or you can book Trucker, or one of them guys, or Cleve, or you know what I mean, somebody like that, and you talking 3-4 stacks, you know what I'm saying, and you ain't paying for the land and all that, your overhead going down. Oh yeah. You know what I'm saying? So now you could get 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 people in there at $20, $30. Now you gonna see some money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Now you gonna see some money. Facts. You know what I'm saying? You talking 90,000 and you only kicking out half of that. You made 45. All you and your partners, y'all all walk home with 10 grand. Now that's a night. Facts. You can make a living like that. That part. If you do. But can you keep it consistent? If you can do 10 of them a year, right, you got money. Mm-hmm. But the odds of you doing 10 of them a year and making money is very slim. Right. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? And I feel that. Because every show ain't going to be a 3,000 and 5,000 and 10,000, because let me tell you what the Southern Soulers are doing. They see the flyer. Flyer say June 28th. Now this man want June 28th. This man want June 28th. No way. I'm in Turbeville on June 28th. I'm in Marion on June 28th. I'm down in Jasper County on June 28th. Jeez. I'm in Blackville on June 28th. And there's 3 shows in Columbia on June 28th. And there's 1 in Greenville and 1 out there in Anderson. Now 6, 7 shows, and you got 100,000 people who wanted to party that weekend. But you got 6, 7 shows, and you competing with the clubs that got the regular rappers, the Bootsy's and the other artists that usually fly through here on the. So you take a major date like a 4th of July weekend or a Labor Day weekend, and everybody got their shows. So now your overhead down to $1,000 a person at $30. You made $30,000 by the time you kick out, and then if you got artists, DJs, and all that stuff, you're probably gonna lose money. Oh yeah. And if you got partners, you're probably gonna lose. If you're doing it by yourself, you may make $4,000 or $5,000. But if you can only make $4,000 or $5,000 on it, you don't even need to be doing it. Right. Because if you can only put together 6 shows again, you still working a job. Mm-hmm. You ain't no full-time promoter. Right. And making $30,000, $40,000 a year from these shows. So the soul shows don't make a whole lot of money. Mm-hmm. Unless you dealing, you got something that's been in the game so long, they're gonna make money. Right. You know what I mean? They the go-tos. They just like Chris Brown. Chris Brown or Southern Soul, they ain't gonna never fail. Right. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna never fail. Because everybody put their name on the fly, put their face on the fly, they gonna be there. Mm-hmm. If it's their show. But if you gotta book them, you bump. Must be SOL. Yeah. Bro, you out of there. And it's all because they ain't showing no love. Right. They so used to not having nothing, or that when the opportunity came, they jumped on it right there. They struck while the iron was hot and put into in their mind that, hey, boots on the ground gonna flare out one day. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And if he don't come behind boots on the ground with another boots on the ground, then y'all get ready to starve. He ain't gonna starve. Right. He done made a name for himself. He can go 2 years of bookings. He probably booked all next year already. Oh, he definitely is. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So, he done made it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But the ones he don't take with him, then what you gonna do? But then, even if he take you with him and he charges $10,000, $15,000 a show, he can't pay you but $2,000-$3,000 a show. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And if he got 20 dates at $3,000, you made $60,000. Some of y'all is working jobs that's making more money than that. Mm-hmm. Can you afford to quit your job to go on the road? Right. You know what I'm saying? And this ain't no rap life. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no rap life. So you going on the road. You know what I mean? Like, what's it gonna do for you? You know what I'm saying? What's it gonna do for you?
Especially if your venue ain't got no horses.
When they do these indoors events, man, it'd be a trip.
Crazy.
It'd be a trip. It'd be like 10 of them. Like, so if the show is allocated for King George to make, $150,000 or $100,000 for this show, but he got to pay the other artists that's on the bill. Mm-hmm. And he may be getting a percentage of the ticket sales or whatever. If he got to pay that, then how can he make it? Right. You know what I'm saying? So the whole lot say you live, so you got Live Nation and stuff. Okay, now you making money. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But if you putting together all this stuff, you putting together your own tour, and you got to pay the artists,
you gonna be losing.
You gonna be a headliner that ain't you wonder how these people be going broke. You gonna be a headliner that ain't making a whole lot of money. Right. Because you paying for a whole lot of stuff. Mm-hmm. If you doing your own tours now, if you can get on these, like, if you get Live Nation, it's a blessing. Right. You know what I mean?
Something that's already established.
Right. Somebody that hey, this is what we're doing the show at. Right. We're gonna give you 20 dates at $1 million. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Right. Okay, I quit my job on $1 million. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
What your options at that point?
I quit my job on $1 million now. I'm going on tour, only doing 30 dates. You know what I'm saying? That's pretty much 3 months on the road. And I got $1 million, man, that's cool. Word. You know what I'm saying? But if I'm making $100,000 and I got 30 dates, I can't quit my job. And then after being on the road for 3 months, if I got a family, what that look like? Right. You know what I'm saying? What that look like? So, you know what I mean? So, it's tough. And I know a lot of the Southern Soul artists, man, they like to hit the lotto, bro. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, you hit the lotto big, it's a good thing. Right. 803 hit that joker big.
Big facts.
But if you hit that joker and you got, you scratch off, you did a scratch off and you scratched off, 50,000, bro. 50,000 go quick, boy. Yo. So you buy a car and half of it gone.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You look at that 50,000 like, okay, I just went on tour, just did some shows with 803. I did my own show. I came through the summer, I stacked 60. You know what I mean?
But then,
you come in around here now and can't get a show, man, that 60
keep going down. Exactly.
I gotta go back to work. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go back to work.
And I feel like a lot of times these artists don't even think about the fact that they need money management like that. Because once they see that big check, it's whatever now. You know what I'm saying? I can do whatever I want. As soon as they see that first comma, it's like, I can do whatever I want to do now.
To be honest, to learn it, you got to have it and lose it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's a lesson, right? That's a tough lesson right there.
It's tough. But if you get it and you lose it, the next time around, you know what I'm saying?
You know how to hold on to it.
You know how to manage it. Because you get robbed by you say, you get money manager, you could be robbed by your accountant. You know what I'm saying? You might not realize that you need an accountant to watch the other accountant. You know what I'm saying? So,
exactly.
You know what I mean? So it's just one of them things, man. It's a Southern soul, man. And then you got like people that jumping in that lane thinking that they can make a song. That's a whole other side of it, because you know what I'm saying, like. These people have been in these clubs and they've been in this community and they've been around a long time. You a fraud, they gonna see it. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, you can't be a city boy talking about something, you a country boy. You know what I'm saying? They gonna know. Yeah. They gonna know that you just jumping on it.
That you trying to get on the bandwagon.
So they gonna hold you back and blackball you. And they tried to do Matt like that till his story got out. Yeah, he from Gaston. He got a large family. He a country boy. They own land. They got horses.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As soon as they start learning that, because everybody gonna try to R&B, because Southern Soul ain't paying no money. Everybody gonna try the R&B lane first.
Right.
So yeah, he didn't jump on Southern Soul first. He jumped on R&B. It's no different than 803.
True.
But it's an easy transition because they already singing soul music.
Exactly.
And they already Southern. They already country boys. So all they got to do is just switch up the beat. And it's Southern soul. Because they already basically singing R&B.
Really,
and that's probably why they not making it in R&B, is because they sounding a little country.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So switch
that makes sense.
Switch that to change the beat to like your boy Maintain. Awesome singer. He switches his beat to country music. Now he one of my favorite country music artists. You know what I'm saying?
Shouts out to Maintain too.
Right. So
when I first saw him, he blew me away.
So so that's all that is. It's an easy transition there. Now if you going from hollering to the roof, singing like Betty White, and you not from the country, and then now you got on cowboy, you got on cowboy outfit. You got a horse, you know what I'm saying?
Why the change?
You on the chain, you on the trail ride. Nah. It's unbelievable.
Right.
It's unbelievable. And then y'all moving quick with it like it's going somewhere. Southern Soul been around since slavery. You know what I'm saying? It's not going nowhere. So then you're rushing the music because you're feeling like you're getting ready to miss the opportunity. Then you rush the opportunity. But you don't have to rush the music, because it's gonna always be consistent.
It's gonna be here. Exactly.
And then it's gonna be a King George. It's gonna be, even back before that, it's gonna be a Sir Charles Jones. It's gonna be a Calvin Richardson. It's gonna be a King George. Word. It's gonna be a Pokey the Bear. It's gonna be, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be these other guys. It's gonna be a Simply Wayne. It's gonna be an 803 Fresh. And then the next person, it's gonna be a Grand Band's time. And then maybe then after that, it's going to be a Matt B time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody going to have a chance. It's just that when that time comes, is you prepared.
Right.
And as you paid your dues. These people got to see you. You ain't at none of these trail rides, but now all of a sudden you're a Southern Soul artist.
All of a sudden, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's not believable, bro.
Yeah.
And these people not going to let you get away with that. I know that.
You got to stay genuine.
I know that.
You got to stay genuine.
You got to stay genuine. This is nothing. Anybody can be a rapper. Everybody can't be a Southern Soul artist.
That part.
You know what I'm saying?
That part.
But that's just my feeling on that, though, man. But I think he gotta go.
Oh yeah, I know. I know we kind of went long, but hey, listen, man, it's always a great time chopping it up with you.
Yeah, man.
Live Oak has been a major move in the city, and we just want to thank you for all the opportunities that you kind of blessed these other artists with. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a lot of them wouldn't have this opportunity without you kind of stepping in and facilitating what needs to be done. So we definitely want to appreciate and give you your flowers while you can see them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's so funny though. I've been getting a lot of that lately.
Word.
Like I didn't see it. Like, I was just like, boy, they don't even see this. Nobody did that for them. But then, you know what I mean? But lately we've been seeing a lot of that. But I think the respect come in when, you show up at an event and somebody They just like they not there yet. And then move like last night. Like I've been around people for a while, and then last night, you know, those same people now they want to take pictures with you. They want to do other events with you.
Right.
And it's just like, oh shoot, like golly, it's just the same person.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't hate that because you know you gotta earn the respect, especially in Southern Soul, and that's what you know the artists that we have that's. You know, I mean, we got 3 artists that's got a lot of movement in their certain genre, but the artists that we have in that genre, you know what I mean, we get basically thrown out of places. Not like thrown out, but we was just getting straight up disrespected, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? By a lot of DJs, by a lot of promoters, by a lot of people, you know what I mean? Man, they don't even ask us to pay. To pay the scene, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, man, y'all got 160, y'all got $200 something. Man, we don't even look that way no more. You say something about some money, we laugh at you.
That part.
Like, bruh, like, do you know
who we are?
Not like who we are, but like, don't you know we done set this thing up where we don't need you? You know what I'm saying? And then when you do need us, it's gonna look funny to us. But like last night, just like the person that I'm talking about, she don't need us, and we don't. We need her. We do need her because you know, I mean, a cosign by her is just validation. Right. Because she a legend. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we've been co-signed by legends. Now we co-signed by Miss Jody all the time. Kaya, you know, we all on Instagram with Kaya. Kaya said she live vote. You know what I'm saying? Word. It's a joke, but you know what I'm saying? It's a good joke for us.
I about to say that's love right there.
It's a joke to her, like, you know I'm live vote, you know, like book me again. But you know what I mean? But like even though we didn't even book her that time. Right. That was just it just looked like we booked her because she just gravitated over to us in the mix of everybody else, and everybody just thought we were the ones that booked her. It just came out. It just happened to be a good look. We got hated on for that. Like, oh, but bro, you asked us to pay, so we paid. Right. We can't help that the artists y'all brought in love us.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, we just lovable, genuine people. You know what I mean? We didn't ask for nothing special. She came over and just gravitated to us and showed us a lot of love. And we're gonna do business with her again at the end of the year. So you know what I mean. So yeah, we trying to get a date on it. So you know what I mean, and send her something to lock her in. So you know what I mean. So
I feel it.
That's it, man. That's just where we at with it, bro. But man, I appreciate you, man. Hey. Like I said, that was my first time like being interviewed by somebody that was like out of the camp, and I just think it was the right time for it too. Cause, you know what I mean, we had a lot to talk about.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean.
The world needs to know what live vocals all about, because like they say, it's something about that tree.
We ain't
something about that tree, my boy.
We ain't about nothing but good music and loving the people that's around us, and you don't have to be signed with us to come around and chill with us or to be booked for a show.
Facts.
I can attest to that. We don't have no rapper. We have one rapper on the whole team. So anytime we do a rap show, we got to go outside our live vote to put it together. So when we do something in March or whatever, independent rap, or when we do something, whenever we do something, you know what I'm saying? We definitely gonna tap in to the Raylos and and the Shy Kelly. Shy Kelly, you know, they think Shy Kelly live vote. Somebody asked me the other day, how do I book Shy Kelly? I said, you call Shy Kelly. I don't know how to. I mean, that's how I book her. What you mean? She ain't your artist? No, it's just like we don't have a female rapper, so if we throwing a female show, we gotta go out and get females from other camps.
Exactly.
Yeah, when we was looking at Augusta, Mr. Cheeks, say okay, we want to bring in a female rapper too. So we looked in Augusta, and you know, a couple females was just like, yeah, you know, we got shows that day or whatever, blah blah blah. We don't care about Mr. Cheeks and everything like that. So I was just like, man, you know what? Kiki is got like a up north type rapper. Let's mess with Kiki on that. Right. That's not my artist. Right. You know what I mean? It may look like that. It may look like everybody's with live vote, but everybody not with live vote. So you know what I mean? We just natural people that we gonna book shows and stuff. That's just what we gonna do.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Yes, man.
Well, thank you for stopping by.
No problem.
Thank you for having me on your platform.
Man, I'm happy about it, man. I want to hear it.
Yes, sir. We definitely gonna get it in. So, thanks for joining us on Uplift Radio, your personal liaison and fresh talent. This is your boy BlackGhost, the host. Thank you for WDRB, the voice of the community, for letting us have this platform that let everybody know what's going on in the local community and where the talent is. And we'll be back next week with another show for your ears. All right, keep it locked in, and we out.